All righty. Hey, I see Alpine Warrior, C. Hanny, Lou is in the house. We got Keno and George. George, you commented really early. Indian Hemlock is here. And boy, there's a lot of people here already. Looks like we got 18 people watching, and it's starting to grow. Hey, I got my elf hat on. It's been busy up here working and making stuff, getting the studio ready. I was actually at my one daughter's house today, and my other daughter and came up, and all the grandkids, and we baked cookies this afternoon. So we were up there doing that, and I just do a sound check. Let me know if you guys can hear me, and we should be good. Let's see. I don't see. I got a yes cam, wide single, spent 2 nights in a frog triangle. Indian Hemlock, thank you very much. Like I said, there's no feedback and I can't really hear, but I thought I would wear the hat starting out. I look for a Santa hat. I have a Santa hat. Hey, George, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked for it and I'm like, oh, we got to get up there and get busy. But you can see I got the Christmas lights on the tree there, and I've got the, they're being powered right now by the EAS. So that's powering the lights right now. So I've got the studio light on, just went up. So we're kind of sitting in here a little bit in the dark, loud and clear. Got hidden hemlock, hidden hammock. I'm sorry, brother. Hidden hammock all the way over from New Zealand. Hey, I just watched a guy the other day. I don't remember his name. I subbed to his channel. But he's got 2 dogs, Bruce and Bruno. And he's over in New Zealand. And he was going up this one riverbed. And the video is like 3 hours long. I mean, it's a long video, but it's very, very well filmed. I don't remember his first name, but I just recently subscribed to him, Josh. But he's over there in New Zealand with you. That's a beautiful place. I know I've seen you over at Coastline and stuff like that. But he was in a creek bed, and that creek bed was really made me think of gold panning a lot, because I'm like, oh, that looks like gold panning territory there. I was looking at all the inward bends and things like that where it could be, and there was sand and large cobblestones and everything. So really, really neat. So I want to let you know right now I'm drinking my cowboy coffee. I'm going to top it off here real quick. That's looking good because I'm going to need it, right? All right. So I just heated that back up. I made that this morning. That's very good. So the whole kind of thing Sunday nights is getting together and just talking about some of the stuff that we did during the week and some of the videos and stuff. And I know when I was doing it every other week, and then on off weeks we would do product reviews, and one of the coffee out. No. Yeah, wrong pipe. That was hilarious. We'll talk about that in a little while when we get to that part. But one of the things with going to every Sunday, I thought, well, it'll cut it down a little bit because we won't have so much to talk about. Well, it turns out when we end up having a lot to talk about, which I really enjoyed. Last weekend, I think we went for 4 hours and 38 minutes. We'll see where it goes tonight. I'm only planning on an hour and a half, but we'll see what happens. All right. So, and then I don't know who all, Green Hubs is here. So I'm going to bring him on. Let's see. Come on down. Are you ready, Green Hubs? Give me a thumbs up. There we go. All righty. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Nice
yeah.
hat.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's my little.
Did you get
hat.
that?
What's that?
Did you get that through the mail?
No, I didn't. This one was in a little tub that I had. It was one of my grandkids were playing with it. I said, "Oh, I'll grab that and bring that upstairs." But I do have your box sitting right over there, and I didn't open it yet. That's going to be for Mail Monday, and so I'm accumulating stuff. But yeah. I looked for a Santa hat to put on, and I couldn't find a Santa hat. I think that would have gone better with my beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot better. Yeah. So how are you doing?
Pretty good.
You just put out a knife video. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just put out, which one was that? I forgot which one that was. How recent was that?
Like about 4 days ago.
4 days ago? Oh yeah, that little folder.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one that I picked up pretty cheap on Amazon. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a short out of that one.
Yeah, it was a nice short. It looked like a nice knife. I haven't been into knives very much, but after watching your reviews on knives and stuff and a couple other people's, and then Alpine Warrior sent me a couple knives, and now I'm like got a knife thing going on here. Yeah,
cool.
With this hand, with my stroke hand, that's my right hand, and I cut with that hand, and I'm still not good on. Like I was cutting an onion the other day, and I can't control it as good. I got to be very careful with that. But I do have a question here. Did you get the card yet? Camping All Out. Yes, I did, and that is on tomorrow's Mail Monday. But I want to say thank you much for the Christmas card. I just recorded that for tomorrow, and what I do is I save things up until I get a couple things throughout the week, and then I open them right before Monday so that I can make sure that that's all filmed. So that is going to be on tomorrow's Mail Monday. So if anybody wants to see that, Camping All Out did send me a card, and your daughter signed it too. It was very, very nice. Yeah. So that was that question. I'm going to come on down here. When I go camping, okay. Okay, so that's the only question marks one that I saw. All righty. But I do want to say, as with Mail Monday that we just had, the coffee I'm drinking tonight is this Louisiana coffee. It's Mellow Joy from SiselKaffe. And I tell you what, it's pretty good. I thought it was going to have like a Cajun taste to it. It doesn't. Wouldn't that have been something if you get Louisiana coffee and it tastes like crawfish or something like that? That crawfish boil.
That wouldn't taste very good.
Maybe it depends on what you're eating with it. But you can see I do have the Louisiana blends that came in on Mail Monday last week. I've got those set up here, and also this stuff, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But just there's some good food in Louisiana. Yeah. Ever had boiled peanuts? I did have boiled peanuts, and they're a little bit getting used to because when you first bite in them, because they're soft and they're juicy. I'm not used to eating soft and juicy peanuts. But did you ever have boiled peanuts?
No, I haven't.
No. They're an acquired taste. But they are good. They are good. Usually peanuts that are in the shells, my kids always make fun of me because I eat the whole shell. I don't crack them open.
I do too.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you leave the peanut in it, you can actually eat the shell and everything. Mm-hmm. But if you try to eat the shell by itself, you can't. Too dry. But the peanut mixes with that shell, you get a lot of fiber. That always helps.
Yeah. You get more salt that way too.
What's that?
You get more salt when you eat the whole thing.
Yeah. And I like the salt.
Hey, I'm going to have to go, but this was fun talking to you.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you jumping on and saying hi. I like that. Yeah. Enjoy California. What's the weather like out there?
It's sunny right now.
Yeah. All right. See ya. Sunny and probably kind of warm too, right? Yeah. It was 22 degrees here the other night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, the
18.
lowest we've been getting is like 40.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. All right. Enjoy your 40-degree lows. Now, think of me
All
when you're
right.
doing that, because I think we got 22 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that equals to in Celsius, but I noticed on a lot of people's videos, they'll say -8 degrees, but they don't have the C or the F after it. And then you find out it was Fahrenheit and actually not Celsius. So I'm starting to
Yeah.
learn some of that too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
I'll see you later.
All right, Silas. Take care, brother.
You too.
Okay. See ya. Okay. It was in the 40s last night because it's cloudy, but tonight is going to be 37. And that's Jess. That is out there in Arizona, and that's where Dave is actually also. Hey, B, Tony, my video of it jumped too quick. Finally made the Cub Scout meeting, ran over a little bit. Okay, running out deer outdoors. And I apologize for last week when you came on, was right when Jay did. And then we were having some issues and I didn't get back to you. I wish I did. George says 21 degrees here, supposed to get down to 4 here in a few days. They said in right around Christmas or Christmas Eve, supposed to be 0 here. So a couple nights ago, I camped out for this next video that you're going to see next Thursday. I've already got it up and scheduled. So, but it was cold. It was snowing, raining, snowing, back to raining, and then snowing and ice. It was a very interesting night, and I want to say I was not prepared, totally prepared. It wasn't bad, but I wasn't totally prepared for that kind of night. And according to the weather report that I watched, was in for the lowland, but I went into the mountain, and it's always colder up there. And I knew that, but I didn't think about that. So when it said it was going to convert to all rain and should only be raining a little bit overnight, nah, it was rain and snow and mix. And at times it was really, really interesting with 15-mile-an-hour winds. That's going to be an interesting video to watch. But yes, so on the Mail Monday, you saw Dennis had sent me this. I got to cover my face so it focuses on that. And that's a little trick too, that when you hold something up, it's out of focus. But if you cover your face, it'll go right into focus. So if you're ever filming something, always cover your face so it focuses on that. And little photography tip. So I learned that trial and error. But this Trekology is a sand cover, and it goes at the base of the chair. And you'll see that I used this in that last video, Thursday night's video. I used this, and you put the corners into here, and it's called a sand cover, and it keeps your chair, the legs from sinking down in the mud or into the sand. Works out really, really good. And I've noticed that I've actually tipped over several times. Didn't ever catch it on camera, but I go to lean for something, and one of the legs will sink into the leaves or the dirt. Next thing you know, I'm laying on my side. So this works really, really good. So if you have a chair and don't have a sand cover, go on and check it out. But this is a Trekology sand cover, and it packs away really, really nice. I like this. It was great, Dennis. Very, very much. The other thing that Dennis sent some coffee too, and I've had that coffee, that gourmet coffee. In fact, I used his container, and you'll see this out on the piece of coffee on there, my shoulder. But you'll see this on that video too. I cover my face. But these are little containers, and that's what I packed the coffee, that Louisiana coffee, and that coffee that Dennis had sent that I'm almost out of, that one yellow one. That was really tasty. But I use that and put the coffee in these containers, and I pack this along, and then I empty this in. That's about the amount for my kettle. One of these almost full, good for one kettle of cowboy coffee. I'm trying to think. I read somewhere where it said 4 teaspoons of coffee per 5 ounces. That's quite a bit, it sounds like, but turns out really good. So yes. And Frank is who sent, Frank Picorni sent all these spices and stuff. This was, cover my face. See that? Look at that. Focuses right away. This is salt-free flavoring. I have not used any of these yet, but very good. I've eaten them, just tasting them like that. In fact, that salt one I did right on that video. But one of the things I'm looking forward to using as well is this. It's called Camp Cool. But this is also a little great. And I'm, putting old Crackadated's burner right underneath here and going up through. I think that's going to work out pretty good. But yeah, this is the little carrying case that it comes in. These legs fold up and then you can put it right away. But very cool. Do I got it? Hey, relaxation nurse in the house. Alrighty. So let's see. Yeah, so I got a sticker from the Canadian Beaver. He always does that. That's cool. So Canadian Beaver sent me a sticker and some Christmas cards and stuff. And I want to apologize because I know that tomorrow, I think on that video, so it is before Christmas still. But, I opened those a couple of days ago. So to film for that. So that Mail Monday tomorrow is, like I said, that's already filmed. And I know I got a Christmas card over here, or at least an envelope. I'm thinking that's a Christmas card. And I'm debating on whether or not I should open it ahead of time because Christmas is going to be this coming weekend. But I think what I might do, I'm not sure. I have to think about that. But yeah, one of the other things that I did this week. Let me put the link up in the thing if anybody wants to jump in. I know it's just somebody texted me earlier today, said they're going to be they're doing a lot of research for the Appalachian Trail and they're planning to hike it. So if he's thinking of doing that, actually, at some point, like to talk. So yes, hey, Can't Kill 'Em All, Bushcraft, how you doing? Mike Ryder, how you doing? Good to see you. Relaxation Nurse, Darlene, hi Darlene. Nitro, how you doing? Kino, Hassenpfeffer, from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Hey, we're not too far from each other. Chambersburg. I was down in that area about a month ago. We drove down in that area. That's pretty close to where the halfway mark is for the Appalachian Trail. Actually, over at that Pine Grove General Store, which is in that that state park that's down there, Munchunk State Park or something like that, Munchunky, or I forget the name of it. Lone Wolf has some great videos and gear. Yes, definitely does. Let's see. Yeah, B, that's the Lone Wolf 902. He's up in Canada or British Columbia. Yeah, he's got some great videos and good camera work. I always appreciate camera work. And if you guys didn't see the one video that just came out that our friend just put out, Walter, sorry about that. Walter Zollner just put out one where he goes off trail and hikes down into a gorge. Very, very good. Very great camera work. So he just had one. If you're not subscribed to his channel, go on over and check it out. But a very good channel. And I don't remember, I wish I knew, but my phone is my camera tonight, so I can't look him up. I should have looked him up and wrote it down. But the one guy I just watched from New Zealand that's got two dogs, Bruce and Bruno. Very neat hike. All righty. So let's see. So Frank Picorni sent a pile of stuff, like the Jiffy Pop right over my shoulder. right there. So that Jiffy Pop, I'm looking forward to making that at some point. And so on Mail Monday, what we did, we went for a little road trip. We went down to see Zeke. I don't know if Heidi's going to jump on tonight. I sent her a link earlier in the day, but I haven't heard whether she's going to be on. But I know we did talk about it at one point. Hey, Emma Brown, how are you doing? And so if she does come on, I'd like to see her. Come on, I'm going to put that link in here again. Get down here. Copy. And then we're going to do paste. And we've got 62 people watching right now. That is so awesome. And like I said, if you have a question, throw it in the comments section. Put 3 question marks in front of it, and I'll put that up. I'll get rid of the bear lick. There we go. Yeah, don't become a bear lick. so that's that last video we did. Hey, one of the things that Frank sent was this pure cane sugar from Louisiana. Now, I put that in my coffee the other night, and boy, was that good. Just to sweeten it up a bit. That was delicious. Yeah. So, I got to get back to the comments. Switching around here. Comments. Okay. Okay, I got that in there. So if anybody wants to jump on and say hi, there's the link that's in there, and feel free to do that as well. All right. So what got in already? Been a tough week, but I'm hanging in there. Okay, Brian. Okay, did you ever check out the PA Mid-State Trail? Old Grunt asked, did I ever check out the Pennsylvania Mid-State Trail? I have not. So I have not, but I will look into that. That sounds like pretty nice. AB Camping, thank you, Gunner. I appreciate that. Yes, AB Camping, his name is what it is. So if you guys want to check out a video, AB Camping is really, really neat. And we got, hey, Zach, I see you in the back office, so I'm going to bring you on here. And I apologize again for last week, but let me bring you on. There we go. Let me get us. There we are. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing, man.
Oh, good. Where is your information for mail? Let me answer this real quick question here. So Mike asks, where is the information for my mail box? So that is at the bottom of every, in the description of all of my videos. It's P.O. Box 188, Elysburg, PA 17824. I don't believe I have a thing on there, but it's in the comment section of every video. But so Zach, how's the family?
Oh, they're peachy, man. They're always wild.
They are, right? Nice. So have you been getting out at all with them coyotes, checking them out?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No, it's
okay.
Late archery's coming up here right after Christmas, so
okay,
getting in after that, trying to get them out of there.
Yeah. Because you said you got a batch of about how many?
15 to 20.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
It's putting a hurting on the population.
Yeah, I've seen a couple pictures lately of some deer that got, attacked, I guess, by some coyotes, and up on Facebook and stuff. Some people have been posting that.
Yeah.
Hey, GM Outdoors, how you doing? Glad you're here. Welcome. And everybody go over and check out GM Outdoors channel. And also our guest, Zach, go over and check his channel out, Running Deer Outdoors. Check him out. So, yes. So as far as, did you get a deer this year?
I didn't. Everything I saw was way out of range for me. I shoot an sight 30-30, so.
That was my first ever gun, was a 30-30.
It's like Marlin 30 AS.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I forget who that guy was. The rifleman. He had like a lever action, and he
Yeah.
would do it. And he would do that, flip it. I used to be real good at that. But I remember from one Christmas, I used to do a lot of archery season, archery hunting. I haven't been out hunting probably for about 30 years.
Oof.
But the last time that I was, it was the Christmas of our when our oldest daughter, who's now 34, she was going to be 2 years old.
Yeah.
And we were struggling for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I actually sold my bow and stuff to buy Christmas presents that year. And believe it or not, like 18 to 20 years later, I was in a pawn shop.
Yeah.
And I saw my bow. They had it in their pawn shop. And the only reason I knew it was mine is because I sewed a camo cover for the arms of the bow.
Yeah.
And it was a compound bow.
Yeah.
And I should have bought it back, but I didn't. But it was just so wild. We're walking through, and I said, "Hey, that's my bow." Yeah, and I remember stitching that thing together and everything.
Yeah.
But my daughter, she got a doe, two. Yeah, my son-in-law got a 10-point.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, and last year on hunting season, when my daughter was pregnant, she got a 10-point. She got that sucker mounted and just got it was a real old buck. I mean, really big horns.
Yeah.
But they were aged. You could tell he was an aged deer. So I guess the canines they sent away and got a certificate back. They aged the deer. It's Shaker Outdoors, Shaker SHAKER _outdoors on Instagram. She's got a lot of stuff posted.
Yeah.
But she was 35 weeks pregnant when she shot a 10-point.
Damn.
Yeah, and he had made it all season long. A couple people had seen him, but weren't able to. They took shots at it. Everybody was trying to get him, and he just. Yeah, she did. But she's got her certificate, got him mounted. Very nice. Let's see. Are coyotes a concern for tent hammock camping? Hassan Pfeffer.
I wouldn't say so.
What's that?
I wouldn't say they are.
No. I was going to say that too. I've heard them. I've heard them, but I've never seen the coyotes in Pennsylvania. I've heard them, but I've yet to see any.
Not yet.
Yeah. My son-in-law was gonna take a call out and call some of them in because they got a bunch up around his area as well. And like you said, it's really putting a hurting on the deer population.
Yeah. Well, even the turkeys, the deer, the small game. I've seen maybe 2 rabbits all year, and it's December.
Wow. Yeah, big time. It's really being rough. It's just they seem to be getting overpopulated, which is hurting the all of our game in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
I mean, it's good for us hikers in the state because it takes all the people out of state out.
Yeah.
All them people from
the city. I got some audio. Oh, yeah. So Jess was just saying, well, Jess, you've got a lot of coyote out in Arizona. That's my first place I ever heard coyote was out in Arizona. Here, we're in Pennsylvania. The first time I heard it was when I was doing a stealth camp up near a cemetery, just on the border wall of a cemetery, and I could hear them out the way. And and then when Big Dog and I were out camping at Mossy Point campground, we heard them right down over the valley a lot. We heard a lot of coyote down there, and they were close, but we never saw them. I've got a bunch of coyotes down here in Virginia. Yeah, it's like I don't remember the coyotes being so many.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. They seem to be everywhere. Oh, Jess says he mentioned earlier they have at least one jaguar here that roams around where I can't. Oh, wow.
I just heard a story about mountain lions here in PA, out in Chester County, where my wife's from. A farm down
Okay.
there having a big problem with them.
You know what? I think it was last year. One of the people on my wife's Facebook posted they had one in their backyard.
Yeah.
And it was growling, like doing its thing.
Yeah.
Calling. People are like, "Oh, there's none of them around." And she's like, "Oh, here's a video." Yeah.
Yes, the Game Commission. There's no such thing of them in Pennsylvania.
Right.
They're completely non-existent apparently, but there's been so many sightings, it's impossible not to believe that they're here.
Right. And you figure Penn State, they're Nittany Lion. Why would they have Nittany Lion as a mascot if there wasn't any around here at one time? So Eli says, greetings from Arizona. Hey, Eli. I like that name, Eli. Let's see. Bobcats too. Yeah, bobcats too up around here. Someone said about bobcats not too long ago. We are shooting some coyotes out here in the country, and the neighbor called the cops. Yeah. And the game and fish. Yeah. And the thing is, people don't understand is that I don't know enough about it. Maybe you could talk about it more, but they actually want the coyote population to be brought down because it's hurting everything.
A couple years back, there was actually a bounty on them. It was either $25 or $50 per tail.
Yeah.
That you would bring in. Oh, if it's still
because they have to encourage it. Yeah.
And on top of that, there's no limit on how many you shoot. In Pennsylvania, you can shoot if you're hunting any type of big game legally and you shoot a coyote, it's perfectly legal. Outside of your big game seasons, you can shoot them without horns. You can shoot them any time of day, any time of night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, that'd definitely help. I'm sure they're going to have to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, old Grunt says $50 each.
Yeah, I just saw that. Thanks, old Grunt, for correcting it there.
Hey, I got my friend Dave here, the relaxation nurse, getting ready to come on. So I'm going to bring you on here, Dave. I saw your camera wasn't working there for a second, but now I see it. And I see you got a Christmas tree. So, hey, let's get you fitted in here. Boom, there you are. Hey,
how you guys doing?
Say something. There we go. I can hear you.
There you go. Good. So how you guys doing?
Looking
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I probably won't stay on too long because the internet here is kind of like up and down constantly. With all the snowbirds here in the area, they have really swamped the system out here. So, yeah. So, but anyways.
Dave, maybe you want to explain what a snowbird is.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Well, it's this really beautiful little white bird. No. A snowbird is what Snowbird is what they call people that travel to different areas in the wintertime. So Katie and I are technically snowbirds here in Mesa, Arizona right now. So,
okay.
Hello to everybody that you were mentioning earlier, Tony, from Arizona.
Hello, yes, everyone. Eli. Hey, Katie. And Eli, Jess. So Jess is down near you as well. Dave now.
Well, I'm so sorry, Tony. Here, who do we have on here with? Who do you have on with you? Because I was like fiddling with everything and trying to get this all up and working. And I don't know who you have.
Zach. Zach is on here. Yeah. Remember last week I wasn't able to get him back on. Running deer outdoors.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was trying
How you doing,
buddy? Yeah, Zach. Dave's asking how you're doing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch it. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Good. Yeah. Glad to have you back. I texted Tony here whenever he was talking to, and he just loves, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Who were you talking to last week?
Jay wanders out.
Jay.
Yeah.
He just loves Jay. Oh my gosh, he was in glory land. He put you in hold. Yeah, he put you in hold, and I'm texting him like, "Hey, you're forgetting the poor guy over there." Tony's, he was in La La Land.
Well, I was asking a lot of questions. It's funny. Dave's laughing.
By the way, you did a good job with that, Tony. I want to tell you that. You did a really good. In fact, there was a lot of people making comments on how well you did such a good job. Hold on. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
My wife and my sister are going to a little concert, from here at the RV park that we're at. All the, people get together that are musically talented, and they're going to play a nice little concert. So it's kind of cool. So I will assume
should take your guitar over, Dave.
Yeah.
You should take your guitar over.
Yeah. No. It's more of the like school band type concert thing.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. You did such a really good job with that, and I know there were a lot of people making comments on how well you did.
That was really good.
So yeah, really good job.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I like talking.
That's a surprise to me.
I like talking. Really?
Yeah, really. I never knew that.
Really? Yeah. Hey, Drew, how are you doing? And Hammock Mountain, hiya. I'm going down the list here. Eagle Eye is on. No kiss goodbye. Laugh out loud, Darlene says. So Merry Christmas, George says, and Happy New Year, everyone. And I do want to make a real quick announcement. So Miss 2.0 works on the 23rd, 4th, and 5th. So she works Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that means I will be home alone. Isn't there a
home alone? Hey.
That's when you get in the most trouble.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking there's on Christmas Day, everybody does their Christmas morning. Then the Christmas afternoon, they do their meal. Everybody's, sitting around looking for a football game. Maybe they're all over, but Christmas Eve or Christmas night, a lot of times there's not much going on. I can just remember like everybody just sitting around like, oh, what do we do? Yeah. It was just Christmas. So I was asked, am I still going to do a Sunday night live on Christmas Day? Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to just say yes. All right. And if anybody wants to come on and say hi, they certainly can. Party at Tony's. Yeah. Lou said, yeah. So we're going to, I'm going to do it because I'm going to be here anyhow. So I'll be up in the studio. It'll be Christmas and
Christmas at Tony's.
Christmas at Tony's. Yeah. Yeah. But isn't there one called, that's Vacation at Bernie's. So yeah, it's Christmas at Tony's. There we go. Yeah. We should be there. Okay, Camp Kill 'Em All says we should be there. Emma says, awesome. Nitro got a laughy, cryy face. Party at Tony's. I think that he's laughing about. Good point, old Kraken dated. No throwing any ragers. Yeah. Well, we could put the strobe light on or something like that. Get it blinking and yeah.
We're going to be over at Greg's house, so I will bring my laptop along so I can jump on in.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be great. Great. Yeah, maybe Greg can say hi.
Well, Greg is not going to be there. It's just going to be me, Katie, my sister, and Peter from Canada. And Greg's not coming out until the 30th.
Ah, okay. You should film it from the hot tub.
There you go.
The heated hot tub. Well, that was a nice hot tub. Lisa and I went out to visit, and it's a hot tub that's amy you can, if you pop on, maybe you can show us it with the lights on or something like that.
Yeah,
because
I'll
it's
try.
blue. It's pretty. It's blue. It's heated.
Oh,
And you get it up to what, 110, 100, and you get it hot. And if it's cold out there, you go down and you're looking at the Superstition Mountains. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ah, nice. Yeah, I wish I could throw up pictures of me in there. In the hot tub. I don't have any. I think
I can look for some. I'm sure I have some in the computer here.
Well, I think you might see them. Christmas at Tony's Hammock Mountain says that should be good enough for your Christmas challenge. Oh, yay! I could do that for my Christmas challenge. So I didn't think of that.
Well, I'll have to fly you out here, Tony.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Okay, traveling with Todd. Hey, how you doing, buddy? So you got a question there. Oh, it just jumped. Question for Tony or all of chat. I have a new square drop camper and want to film as I came. Do you or chat have any issue with campgrounds not wanting you to film? Oh, okay. So he wants to film his camper. I have not stayed in campgrounds, but I know the one campground that I did stay in, I didn't have a camper. I hammocked, but I filmed for my channel, no problem at all.
What kind of campgrounds is he talking about?
I don't know.
I guess it would depend.
Traveling with Todd.
State game land.
Yeah, because if he's talking about those kind, I've never been to those either. But I've been to states. I've been to privately owned campgrounds. Now I'm talking full hookup type services. Yeah. They also have non hookup services. Every campground that we have ever touched in across the country, in the type of campgrounds that we have been into, they welcome people to video and film. In fact, we do videos. Well, what's that one that's out there by Knoebels? I forget.
JD Campground.
JD Campground there in Pennsylvania there. And we actually did a really good video for them on our other channel that we have. And they loved it. I mean, and we did it for them and whatnot. And so, every campground I get into, they welcome it.
We did.
Yeah, he says state parks. I think the only difference is state parks, you can't fly your drone.
That's
a video.
That's not true. State parks you can. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. They can. It's the federal parks where you cannot fly your drone.
Okay.
State parks you can. Just make sure that park does permit it. But yes, you can. It's the federal parks. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Zach.
We did a video in Council Cup Campground in where is that? Hobby, Pennsylvania, because they have a creek with a waterfall and everything, and they had no issue with it.
Yeah. They love it. It's free publicity.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I didn't camp, but I did multiple state parks, and anybody's never had an issue with it.
Yeah.
And like you said, just tag them in it, because when people are looking for those parks or that campground, if you tag them, your video will come up as they search for that park. And a lot of people want to see, what does the park look like? Yeah. What is going to be there? So you can actually, mention them while you're doing your filming and stuff. That's always a good thing.
Yep.
We were going to go to that same one up in here in Hobby and do like a winter camp out. Because they do that all year camping. I just got a TP hot tent from Amazon. It's not the one Tigris, but it's something to try.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of people doing hot tent camping lately, isn't it?
Who was that? They're in Ontario, Canada, Lost Lakes.
Oh, I have not heard of it.
So I was like, I want to try that here. And me and a buddy of mine are going to go to Loyal Sock State Forest.
Okay.
And because that's got the 21-mile hiking loop, and he wants to try to do that in 2 days.
Are you going to take the hot tent with you?
Gonna try.
Yeah, How heavy are they? Because they're pretty heavy, right?
Well, I just had it. Oh. I can hold it with one hand.
Oh, that's not bad. Wow.
Now the stove I got, that's a whole different scenario. That's like a 30-pound stove. I'm gonna have to change something on that.
Yeah. And then all the wood you got to cut.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the door on it's only like 7 by 7, so it's got to be cut down small and a lot of gear to bring with you for it.
Yeah. I'm seeing Hammock Mountain just jumped in here. It looks like your mic is X'd off. I don't know if when I bring you on, we'll see if your mic works. All right. So Hammock Mountain, let me pop you on here. There you go. Let me see if I can unmute you. No, I can't. All right. I need my seat.
Hammock Mountain, if you go down into the bottom there into settings and click on that, go to audio and make sure that your microphone is working there. It's selected.
All right.
There it is.
Ah, there you go.
All right. Hey, I was just going to hop on here and say hey to everybody. Tell everybody Merry Christmas.
Hey.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas.
There's a lot of people in the stream, so I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I do enjoy your Sunday night.
Oh, no.
So, wanted to give
well, thank you very much, and I appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to give everybody else a chance to get on and talk, so I was just going to jump on real quick. I just walked in the door. I'm sorry I'm a little overdressed for camping, but
hey, there's no such thing as too dressed.
Are you coming back from a self camp?
Yeah, but that's what I wanted to do. Just hop on, tell everyone Merry Christmas. And
Hammock Mountain, Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, I will try my best to get on your live next Sunday night. If not, I'll watch it later, but I'll do my best to be on there.
Hey, God bless.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, God bless you. Merry Christmas to you. And no, thank you. And it's good to put a face with the channel as well, too. And
actually, this is a pretty bad face to put with a channel, though.
Oh, come on.
But I tell you what, if you were going to do any stealth camping, that's a good outfit for getting into some places.
Yeah, I could probably walk right up by a lot of places. They probably wouldn't ask questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially if you pull up in a black vehicle.
Yeah. I don't know if they caught me like this walking through the woods, they might ask questions.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would. Camping all out.
Merry Christmas to you, man.
Anyway, if I can figure out, I'll hop off here and let someone else come in. But
okay,
it's good talking to you.
Same here, and God bless you, and thank you very much. Merry Christmas again, and I'm glad you jumped on. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. Take care. We'll see you.
Idea, Tony.
Yeah.
Going in a suit, whether it's in the middle of town or in the woods, wear a 3-piece suit.
Yeah, I actually have one that's actually, I put it, oh, wait a minute, I just got rid of, I had 4 suits, all right, that I bought. They were a deal. Buy one, get 2 free, so I did that. Now I went to a men's shop and they measured me and things like that. Well, the problem was I was 205 pounds when I did that. And several years later, I'm 162 pounds. So
yeah,
that's a bit of a difference. And I tried that suit on again. Man, it swallows me alive. So I would look very interesting wearing one of those. But I actually gave it away to when we were getting this room ready, the studio, I went through all of my clothes and I took all of that stuff and I gave it to my one daughter, who took it to a lady who has people like they're an abused shelter and like homeless, and they are help them get jobs and things like that. I thought, man, these $700 suits ought to help somebody get a job. Yeah, but they didn't cost me $700. One suit was $700, but you got 3 of them or something like that. That was back in the day, so when $700 was no problem. So stealth camp at Mar-a-Lago with that suit. Yes, you could, Emma. Yes,
I was thinking in a office somewhere, sneak in.
Year-round here are surrounded by.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kino says year-round here we are surrounded by 2 lakes here. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I was out the other night and actually 0 crickets. 0 crickets. I'm not hearing anything like that. But all I could actually hear was rain, sleet, and snow.
Beating on the roof.
Very, very cozy.
Yeah, I was going to wonder why.
Yeah. Let's see. Incognito attire. Yes, sir, there's the body. Sir, where's the body? Oh, that's funny. Cold didn't kill them, but killed all the spiders. No, I'm overrun. Every once in a while, I'm going to take a drink and not move my mouth. So let's see. GM Outdoors says, it's dead silence when it gets this cold. Supposed to be down to 8 tomorrow night. Yeah. I tell you, I was looking at the weather, just trying to figure out when I'm going to be able to get out again. I did get out and I did hammock the overnight, and that one's ready to go for this Thursday. And it's beautiful, beautiful scenery in the snow and the rain. But I'll tell you what, when it gets dark at 4:30, that makes for a long night.
Oh, yeah.
A long night. And then it sunrises at 7:38. It's like you got 4:32 to 7:38. That's a long span to be in the dark. And you can't really film a whole lot. Like, what can you really do after dark? You can have a fire, but I mean, it was raining and stuff. I really couldn't. Oh, well, I actually could have because they say that fatwood, I'm going to show that. I get this in front of this screen here, hide my face, but this is a piece of that fatwood.
Okay.
So Ken, or Frank Picorni, as you know, sent me that whole box of that Duraflame fatwood, which is that pine. I've been wanting to get out and try to find some in the wild fatwood, but he sent a whole box of it. Very, very nice. And smell. Oh, smells like pine. I take my knife while I'm sitting in here every once in a while and I shave it, and then smell it. But they say you can use this if it's wet as well. Light it and it'll burn while it's wet. So I could have done that. I could have chunked them into small sections and then had a little fire in that little stove I have that frames up. I didn't think about it when I went out, so I didn't get to do it. So maybe next time. But someone asked me what would I do different. Alpine Warrior said, "Hey, Tony," because we talked the next morning, and like I said, I ran into some dilemmas, things like that. And he says, "Well, what would you do differently?" And I said, "Car camp."
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was such a great opportunity being out there in the elements like that, because you don't get that very often.
No.
It's a good filming opportunity because you have the snow, you've got the rain, you got the stuff hitting the tarp and stuff like that. So,
yep,
it's a good opportunity for creating content.
Yeah. We've been coming up with videos, trying to pump them out, and I'm trying to keep up with 6 kids in the meantime. Yeah.
I saw in that letter and stuff that you sent me. Yeah, I saw you got them 6 children. Yeah, Lisa and I had 6 too. Yours are close together as well.
My youngest is going to be 5 months old. My stepdaughter 3, my stepson's 4, my son's 5, and my daughter and my oldest stepson are 6.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, they're all grouped right in there together and young. Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
My youngest is 18. My oldest is 34. So, and Lisa and I, we didn't want any when we got married. So
it's funny how
we ended up with 6. Yeah. Sorry to ask, any advice for a mid-February AT start? Well, everybody sees his name down there. It's EL and then Borakua and Andretti TV asks, sorry to ask, any advice for a mid-February AT start? Yeah. So Jay wanders out. He started in mid-February as well. It's going to be cold. You're going to have ice and snow up and through even March. There are going to be cold nights. In next Thursday's video, you're going to hear me talk about when it's all done in the morning. Because of the rain, I'm packing everything wet away. Now, my tarp, I had that snakeskin, so I had that out. But because of the rain and the way, you'll see it in the video, but I'm thinking, what would I do? It's good that I'm just out here for one night because it's going to be 18 degrees the next night. And if I had to pack all that wet stuff away, hike during the day, maybe I only do 8 to 10 miles, but then you got to unpack everything wet for a hammock. I'm thinking that's because even my hammock and my undercloak ended up wet. So that's a little scary for me. But it made me really think, man, how them guys do that? It's probably got to make sure you don't get yourself wet. We talked about Alpine Warrior, and I talked about you might have to build a fire to dry it out. But there's not every place that you can build a fire on the AT to dry your stuff out. So, or somebody will take a zero, but sometimes, depending on where you're at on the trail, it's hard to get to a place where you can take a zero to dry your stuff out. So late February start, there are people that do that. You have to watch some videos and maybe.
Hey, Tony.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. You can finish your thing there, but as soon as you get a chance, I did pop something down below there. I did find some pictures of you being out here in Arizona, and I wanted to share a couple of them with you and everybody else.
Okay.
If you want to pull it up, it's going to be my entire screen, so I have to go through because I don't have time to put together a presentation. So, but
All right.
I'll pull. Here he is. Outright.
Oh, yeah.
That's Lisa in the back there, and that's my wife in the middle, and of course Tony.
Yeah.
And I apologize.
Yeah, and there's a Superstition Mountain right behind there.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was. And hold on here, I'll pull up some more here. Anyone that you want me to pull up, you just say. All
right.
Let's see. That's more horseback riding. Oh, and don't forget anymore. I'll show you again. That was when Tony was just a little bit bigger.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna get my elf hat off get my baseball cap on. This is more comfortable.
But no, they were having fun.
Yeah, look at that horse's back. Do you see how it's bowing?
It ain't that bad.
Yeah, look at him struggling. He's going, oh, I can't. Yeah, that was towards the end of the ride. But that was a nice ride.
It was, but I'll stop talking about that because they wouldn't even let me on the horse. They said I'd break the back.
Right. But you went back and you were editing that one video that I had shot out there before I had the YouTube channel. But
yeah, and of course, this was the best.
Oh, yes, that was Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that was good. Yeah, Dave and Kate took Lisa and I out to Krispy Kreme, and then we even had you filmed it a little bit. You went live on your YouTube channel. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Here-
some of the pictures we took of the sunset.
This is some
Yeah,
of the pictures.
popcorn.
Let me try to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's some-
the Arizona sunsets are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
This church here is out by. What is that ghost town, Tony? That's the Superstition right up here, and
Yeah.
Goldfield. It's out by
Yes,
Goldfield,
yeah.
and Elvis Presley actually did some stuff here, filming in this church here and stuff like that for some of the movie
Yeah.
sets.
I have a couple pictures. I don't know if they're on there, but I had Lisa wanted a picture with Elvis, so I took some pictures inside there with her. But yeah, those pictures there, I just loved the setting of this church. In fact, they filmed this was all built for a movie.
Yeah.
Back in the day. There was quite a few movies shot at that location, and that is a standing church at that location down in front of the Superstition Mountains. And that is the restaurant. Yeah, that's us sitting there at the restaurant. We ate overlooking the that was a nice trip. We were out there for 9 days. I ate a steak. That was good.
Yeah. That was a good trip. It was great having you out here, and of course, jumping cactus right there.
Yes. So I was working on. Let me just explain this picture here. So I was trying to get things in focus and then things out of focus. I'm just working on learning to take pictures with my phone.
Okay.
And I thought that these pictures here looked like a studio, like it wasn't really outdoors. It was more like a movie set.
Yeah.
And
and he did some really good. Like here's. Oops.
Do you have any of those wild horses? Still on
they're coming up here, but he did some really good pictures of some wild horses and stuff like that. And you may be asking why they are on my computer, and I figured I better download them from his phone and get them on my computer before he lost them.
Yeah. Which
so they were on my computer. They've been stored here now for what, about 4 years now?
5 years. 5 years. Coming up on 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Here he is, standing next to Sacrell.
Yeah. Yes. See how small I am? Look how big them things are. They're crazy. That's me down there at the base of it.
Yeah, I know Jess is familiar with them.
Yeah. So Green Hubs is asking, have you guys heard of the Hermit of the Superstition Mountains?
I have not heard of the Hermit, but we have heard of the Lost Dutchman.
Yes.
Here is one where you were out taking a hike.
Yeah. We hiked up that trail that goes up to the Superstition Mountain, that loop trail.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. That's just really beautiful.
Yeah, that's a fun trail. I'm sorry there's so many of them here. But let me find one here with there you go.
Oh, there's me standing on a rock.
King of the mountain.
Yeah. I think I still have that shirt. Yeah.
That's what we're out there, right?
Yeah. That's a large or extra large shirt.
And this is what
there's that one of the rock. Yeah.
I've never been east of west of the Mississippi, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
it's beautiful. Beautiful
out here. We love it. In fact, we were back there where he was just that one picture where they were eating. We were just up there yesterday. We rode the motorcycle.
I was going to say you were there yesterday.
Yeah.
My brother keeps trying to get me to go to Fort Worth where he's at, but I don't know. Not a big
Where's
traveler.
this guy photobombing here?
Yeah, you were. I remember that. Yeah.
Now this is up in Devil's Canyon, I think.
Yes. Which it was so amazing, the rock formations and stuff that was in there. And there's actually rock climbers that climb that. And Lisa and I were just like taking a picture, because when you saw the landscape, it's just unreal. If you've never seen that type of a landscape, it's really unreal. A little further back.
I don't want to. Hopefully we didn't hear. Let me see. I don't know if this will play or not.
Well, they call it Devil's Canyon, though. It's kind of just grouchy.
I can't.
It's too much.
I know.
Yeah, they climb right there.
Yeah, they climb that rock right there, up through there.
Yeah.
That's insane.
In fact, the last time that we were up there, they weren't climbing when we were up there with Tony. And a couple days later, I went up through, and here they were climbing it. And we took some pictures and sent it to Lisa and Tony real quick. They were still here, and she's like, "Are you telling me I just missed them?" She was so upset that she missed them. Oh, hey! Oh,
Oh, there's me in the hot tub. Hey, I could be there now, right? But
man, you know, and he's got the yard finished now since this shot here. The yard wasn't finished.
yeah.
But that's
Hey, is that my hat? Is that camp hat? Did I have that way back then?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it
I
is.
think it was. Yeah, it is. Oh, camp hat was in Arizona. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's right.
And of course, here's that gold field. That's the go to town. Do the reenactment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, here's the real question, Tony. Did you do any gold paint in there?
I didn't, because I wasn't gold panning back then. That's why my idea is to make another trip out there and do some gold panning.
Hey, GM Outdoors. Scroll up through there and click on that link and get on here.
Yeah, Emma's asking if we can see the wild horses. I think they're before this, Dave. Go back further.
No, they're yeah.
I think they were before we went to.
They are. They're up top here. Hold on.
Okay.
I did scroll through them before, but
yeah,
we're gonna work our way up to them here real quick. Oh, look at some of the sunsets out there, guys. They're
just beautiful.
Yeah.
That was you and I. There we go. There's the horses.
Yeah, here's some of them here. But he got some really good shots here. This is a picture of our of the campground. That's not our trailer there, but this is a picture of the campground here.
Yeah,
where we were at. But anyways, here we go.
Yeah. Doesn't that look like a museum? That looks fake. To me, it looks fake.
That looks painted.
Yeah, it's not. That was true wild horses.
Yeah, we're there with our huge, gigantic cameras and snapping away, and Tony's with his little phone just going to town on it. And I'll tell you, he pulled out some really, really good pictures.
Tony, I don't know if you saw on my Instagram the pictures of the turkeys.
No, I didn't.
I shot. Well, deer hunting. What day? It was the second day of rifle season. That's all we saw that day. It was raining like crazy, and my wife has this Camp Rebel.
Yeah,
and I play with my GoPro for video, so I figured, why can't I try that? And I got some really
Right.
nice with it.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, look at the depth on that picture.
That's amazing.
Just how you got those horses, and that I really like that white one there. Whitish with the black mane. That was a pretty one. I might have gotten a close up of that one's face. Yeah, Alpine Warrior says, "Thank you, Dave, that you're sharing these pictures." Yeah.
You are welcome, Alpine.
Yeah, same with Camping All Out. Yeah, there's yeah, I haven't seen these in a long time. Yeah. I think they're on screen share on my TV every once in a while. They pop up.
Yeah.
But we don't watch the TV very often.
And what was happening is why we had a chance to get so many of them is that we were driving down the road, and of course we seen the traffic. Everybody stopped, and they were jumping out, taking pictures. And the reason why they were so close to the road at that given point in time, not that they never are that close, because they usually are, but this particular time, and they were all grouped together, is because they were rounding them up and forcing them into a bigger group because they were not tranquilizing. They were darting mares with a birth control.
Huh.
Because they don't want them to totally overpopulate. They have to try to keep them under control. As it is right now, there's like the guy out that we were talking to at Goldfield said there's almost 300 of them already in just that huge area right there.
Oh, wow.
So we're trying to...
Yeah, and that was right up the road from that that reenactment place.
Yeah.
It's not too far from it.
Yeah. And that actually, there is working gold mines there too, still.
Really?
Right in that area, yeah.
In the area, yeah. Not
when we were that whole valley there that we took the horseback rides, there was pits, and you would cross over a fence into the territories that are part of the tribes that are still out there. But you could see pits where they dug test holes.
Yeah.
And for panning and stuff. And
the horses love to go into this river right here. They weren't there, when we were taking the pictures. They were up the road just a little bit further, but yeah.
Emma Brown says, "Isn't there a huge copper mine near there?" Yes. That's up where we went. Superior, yeah. Yeah, there's and they that is really stripped out in a lot of areas.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Did you get a picture? I don't know if you got any pictures of I don't think you did. Mountain of the Rams.
No, but there's that Elephant Rock.
Where was it?
And there's the Four Peaks. The Four Peak Mountains.
Yeah. That one I'll reckon, but the Elephant Rock might be a little bit. Oh, here's Four Peaks.
Yeah. Four Peaks. Now there's a mine up there, and the Arizona Trail goes right by the base of that.
Huh.
So when Jay Wanders Out did the Arizona Trail, he walked right by that, and there was a guy and lady that got stuck up there in the snow. Jerry Arizona, he's got a channel, and his wife in high school, her and another guy got stuck up in the snow in that mountain, and they sent out a search party for it. Yeah.
Here is pre-Mr. and Mrs. 2.0.
Yeah. That was some time ago. Yeah. Camping All Out says, "I would like to try gold panning." Bradley's in the house. Hey, Tony, how's it goes it? Yeah. So if anybody's just jumping on now, 52 people on. What we're doing is when Lisa and I had gone out to visit Dave in Arizona, we had gone out and we were we stayed at this house here, a friend of Dave and I's, more of Dave's, but there's a little pool with a hot tub, and in the background is the Superstition Mountains. So we stayed up there. But we stayed there. We went out and we visited for 9 days. And during that time, that was pre-Random Adventures 2.0. And these are pictures that I had taken when we were out there, and Dave downloaded them onto his computer. But that would be the flight in there. Just beautiful area.
Yeah.
So there you go, Tony. Oh, give the show back to you. Didn't mean to steal it there, but it was all pictures of you anyway. So hey.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you had those on there. Yeah, let me kick you out there. Get us back on here. Remove. There you go. Yeah, I'm glad you had that. I forgot you had them on your computer.
Oh yeah, no, I've had them on there for I don't know how long. I transferred them to another hard drive so that they would be backed up and duplicated, so I didn't ever lose them. Oh, awesome. Is GM still in the house, or did he take off?
I'm not sure. Wow, crazy seeing the mountain from that high up. Yeah, Jess. Yeah. Like the pictures. Thanks, Kino said. So yeah, Dave, thank you so much for sharing those. That's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. So real quick, let me see. Look at my note here. So I did one product review. So maybe I'll mention that real quick. Love the pictures, Dave. Thanks for sharing. Tony is awesome at photography. Well, a lot of it's the camera. So, or a lot of it's what you use. It compliments me. Let's just say that. So I did a review on the AmpPace 600 watt. So this was the Alpha ESS 1000 watt. And I was just looking here, but I was trying to think, like, someone mentioned on my thing, well, you should just buy a Jackery. You're paying for the name, okay, is my thought. But yes, you should buy a Jackery sometimes. But I thought I would do a comparison on price per watt, because that's how we always compared solar in the past, or kilowatts, kilowatt hours, things like that. But I thought, let me do a comparison on the Jackery and also the All-Phase, the AmpPace. And I did. So the Jackery 500, which is a 518 watt. And what I did is I took the price of $424 and I divided them to come up with a cost per watt. So it was 81 cents per watt if you were doing a comparison, cost-wise.
Yeah.
And then that was for the Jackery, 81 cents. Then because the All-Phase or AmpPace is a 600 watt, it's actually a 584. I'm sorry about giving you so many numbers, but I just thought this was interesting. It costs $399 for 584 watt hours, which puts it in at 65 cents per watt. So if you were of storage, so if you were doing comparisons and you were looking at cost per watt, not of storage, you'd want to do that kind of a thing. So anyhow, that's a lot of numbers. But,
well, Tony, I'll tell you this: that's the easiest numbers I'll deal with all week. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a machinist by trade, so.
Oh yeah, my head was swimming with that. I would be able to do his job.
Wow. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Emma Brown has an EcoFlow, and for what I have read up on him, there's a lot of people in the camping industry that buy the big EcoFlow, and then they buy the secondary battery pack that connects to it, and then they buy up all the folding solar panels. Yeah, they're one. I'm going to say probably EcoFlow is probably. Yeah, I'm not sure, but for everything I've read, they're pretty much top of the line. They're really, really good.
Yeah, EcoFlow, I've not heard of them. I'll have to look at those. The only reason I know about these because they got sent for me to do a review on them.
Yeah.
And I did the one test for the amp case, and that's not a pass through. I did not know basically understand what a pass through was, but I only learned that from the Alpha ESS, meaning when it's got amps coming in charging it, it doesn't subtract for if you got something plugged into it going out.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I've got 36 watts going out up on the thing, and it's not taking it from the battery, it's pulling it from the wall because you pass through. But if I had the other one plugged in, that's what I wanted to know. If I had that one plugged into the 110 and it was pulling, what's that?
Would it pass through to charge both? Is what?
No, the amp pace doesn't. That 600 water, it actually, if you've got 100 watts going in to charge the battery up, and you have 36 going out, the batteries, it subtracts it from the battery. So you're putting in less. If that makes sense. Yeah.
It does.
So, but this one, if you have 176 watts going in it and 36 going out, you still have 176 coming in. It never affects it. It's a true pass-through. So it doesn't take away from what you're charging. The amp pace, that one's not a pass-through. If you're charging it, say you got 50 going out and you're charging it by 100 and it says 100 coming in, as soon as you start doing the 50 going out, you only got 50 going to the battery to charge the battery. So it actually takes longer. It would take you twice as long. And I do a comparison, and I talk about that on that video. And like I said, some of those videos, like product reviews, I do them. And, I think they're interesting, but not everybody, not everybody likes them or watches them. But I like doing them. They're fun.
They're fun. I do have
that.
Go ahead.
We did one probably I want to say it was May on a fishing pole.
Okay.
And it didn't get many views with it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're not going to get many views sometimes from a thing like that.
Yeah.
But over time, if it's something that's an interesting product, you might start getting more views. Were you going to ask a question, Dave?
Yeah. One, Alpine says, Dave, you're cracking me up, brother. I don't know what he means by that, Alpine. Why am I cracking you up? And then also, Old and Crackedated. That's an interesting statement that you have there. It says, my hearing is so good, I can't tolerate the noise of my solar panels what they make. Now,
holy hell.
I don't know if he's pulling our leg on that, or if
solar panel make a noise.
But hey, you never know.
Yeah, Jess says, and I found, and I had to hike to find someone who could jump our battery. Yeah, I did that Gulu, which had the battery jumper. So that amp pace, one of the things with that one was they had that optional battery cable jumper you can plug into it to jump batteries. But they didn't send that along. I thought maybe it would have been in one of them boxes, and it wasn't. But that's an optional piece you can order for that. I did like that because you could plug that. It had an outlet where you could actually plug in jumper cables with a plug. But the Gulu that I did the product review on, that is for jumping cars. And I went and found that one jumper that I jumped that one dead car on at that car lot that the guy showed me. He says, this battery's dead. And, not even a click, click, click when you turn the battery. And I plugged that Gulu into it, and I went and got back in the car, and all of a sudden it started dinging. Like ding, ding, ding. And then I cranked it and started right up. Yeah.
Hey, you know who we're missing today?
Who's that?
oh my gosh, the retired detective.
Oh yeah, James. Yeah,
James. Yeah, James.
Rockford. Yeah.
Rockford.
I don't see him on here. But
Yeah.
let's see. So let me get to talking about this last video that we did Thursday night. So
Before you go, I'm go off here and try to get some other stuff done. I got stuff I got to do for my channel tonight.
all right. Yeah.
Man, I've been really lazy, but I wanted to jump on and say, hey, everybody, Merry Christmas from the Relaxation Nurse. Also want to thank everybody that last week that came over and joined our channel. I really greatly appreciate that. So, but everybody enjoy your Christmas day, and remember what the season is all about. All right. God bless everybody. Love y'all. Take care.
Christmas.
All right.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, Dave. See ya. God bless.
Bye. Love you, Tony. Bye-bye.
Love you too, brother. All righty. Yeah, so the filming that we had for, does anybody have any questions about the video that I put out on Thursday? That was the one where I did use, I actually had somebody messaged me and they said, unsubscribed because you had too many product placements. I didn't realize I had product placements. I was talking about the gear I was using because a lot of it was brand new for me. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't understand it. But I did use this Namaclaw. I get that.
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting.
Yeah, these are little Namaclaws. They work incredible. Alpine Warrior sent me these on a Mail Monday a couple weeks ago. And that was the first opportunity I had to utilize them. Nice. And they're on this Kevlar line, which is 200-pound Kevlar. And I'll tell you what, that worked out great. And that is also the first video that I ever used at trekking bowls. So they really helped me a lot. I didn't realize how good they would actually help me be more stable as I walked. But yeah, they were very, very good. It's the first for your blooper playlist. Yeah. So I had at the end of that video, I take a sip of that coffee and I choked on the coffee and my mouth was so full. And what's going through my mind as I'm sipping that coffee is it's going to come back up. And I didn't want to do that on the video. But it just went. And usually I would edit that out.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to edit it out. And I left it in. And I actually posted that on our Facebook family page, our Random Adventures 2.0 Facebook family page, because not everybody watches videos to the end. But I thought they would, like when the music started, I'd say, hey, score the music. And then it would go. And then I usually drink the coffee and then I'll disappear. That's the end of it. So I was thinking maybe people wouldn't watch it. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to put it up as just a blooper on our Facebook page so people can see it early.
My wife laughed like crazy when she saw that.
It just, and I thought, well, you know what? I'll cut the music and everything. And it was perfect. I couldn't have planned that. It was, it was awesome.
I try to keep the bloopers in it because it makes the video a lot more interesting. Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. What kind of coffee was that? Because I wanted to stay away from it. Yeah, camping all out. That one was. No, I don't remember which one I had out there for that one. I think I might have showed it in the video, which one I used for it, but I think I did have it in this container. But that was a good. It just happened. It was funny. But I do not recommend you. And you know why? Putting that up on your shirt. So I thought it's gonna keep it warm instead of putting it. So I didn't take the goose. It was so warm. And audio was
Tony, there's something going on with your mic.
Yeah. Okay, did that
That's a
fix it?
lot better.
Okay, good. Yeah, that does that every once in a while. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I use my phone for my camera.
Maybe.
Well, thank you guys for letting me know that. Yeah, your mic, Tony. Yep, Dave. Robot 2.0. Yeah, check your mic, brother. Okay, good deal. So now that it's sounding good, so when I was doing the filming for that video, using those trekking poles, I just thought the color of that video was really nice. The greens. You had the moss, you had the greens on the tree. It just lended, it was visually pleasing. And then I had that green. Some people say it looks brown on there, but it's actually green, my north face. But the color scheme of the whole thing was a really good video, I thought.
Yeah,
And,
I thought so.
Yeah, and that was a nice place. Now I was probably, that is a state park, and there is a lot of traffic in the parking area of that one. Like there's a lot of people that walk that, hike that, walk their dogs there. And I was seeing cars going in and out early, so I was trying to be careful with my light as it started getting dark. But I think as far away as I was, I don't believe anybody would have noticed me up in there. But good one, Nitro. I don't know what he said. So alien invasion, Lou said, yeah. So it must be my my speaker. Yeah. Good to go. Hey, George. Hi. Let's see. Your tip on keeping cords from tangling was good. You can lay your type cord like straight. Watch tangle like a snake. Yeah. When I do that little method, I learned that from like one kid's video I watched, and he's only like maybe 18, 19, 20 years old. But he said his grandfather showed him how to wind cords going, oh, but okay, I know which one you mean, for the tarp. Yeah. Yes. I just was, every time I take that thing out and I do the, in a lot of my videos, I do the fast, me setting up some of that stuff. I do that hyper. But sometimes I'm just like, my goodness, every time I take the tarp out, the strings got tangled. No matter if I wound them, how I wound them, they seem to always get tangled. And a lot of times I'll have to stop that videoing of it because it takes so long. The hyper would be like an hour long. Just me trying to untangle everything. So I came up with that in the living room the one day. I thought, you know what? Let me make a loop, wrap that around the corner, and then send the cords back through that loop. And actually, the deploying of that, just pulling it, works so nice. And on this camp Friday, this coming Thursday, I have that same.
Okay.
And it makes it easy to pack away too. Very, very nice. And it's very helpful. So if you want to try it, certainly try it. It's working out for me, definitely. But so I take that meal, and for the first 5 minutes, it's just cooking and marinating and things like that. And it was good, but I was talking, and when I had to stir the meal the second time, I didn't realize I didn't seal the corner. And when I stuck it back up under my shirt, it leaked. And I didn't realize it leaked until I felt it. It was cold, like warm, but then got cold because I was wet. And that leaked all over my shirt, all over my pants. I didn't realize how much it leaked, but it leaked a lot. And that's where I was joking, like, oh, I'd be a bear lick in the middle of the night. That would have been some good footage, I tell you, if a bear licked me. That would have been neat. But I think they were all asleep at that point. Call me when you can, brother. Thanks. So laugh out loud, Emma. The inside of my thing was stained, and I had to bring it home, threw it all in the wash. Hey, honey, how are you doing? So Miss 2.0 just jumped on and said hi. Hi, you should have been on a little while ago when Dave showed all of our pictures. Well, not all of them, from Arizona. Yeah. You missed it. Yeah. Yeah, and if anybody wants to jump on and say hi, come on and jump on. So we got 49 people watching right now. I don't know what our like count is like, but if you haven't yet, go over and hit the like button. Greatly would really enjoy those likes on the video. And let me see. Hi, Darlene. Yes. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. So getting a lot of hi, Lisas. Yeah. And so, like I said, Lisa's going to be working next weekend for Christmas Day. So next Sunday, we are going to be on, and we're going to be doing our live for Christmas Day. Anybody that wants to jump on, we'll be alive. What's that?
You can't tell her about the party.
Oh, yeah. Hun, yeah. We're not going to have a party in the studio. But New Year's Eve, I'm still trying to figure out a way to drop a ball or some type of a lighted. I'm thinking of doing the bulb, dropping that.
There you go.
For our New Year's Eve, because we are going to be live for New Year's Eve. So starting at about 10 p.m. So that is on that Sunday. We'll probably start a little later in the evening rather than our 8 o'clock. We'll go start it. Is Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? No, that's not Sunday, is it? That's Saturday night. Yeah, I'm a little confused on dates and stuff. Hello, Stacy. How are you doing? Happy holidays to all of you, as she says. Tony, you're at 19 likes. Oh, 19 likes. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Freezing here.
It says.
What's that?
It says 53 likes from what I see.
Oh, nice. Good deal. You can drop some food on your clothes. Yeah. So, yeah, as far as thumbs up, everyone. So 52 likes. Thank you, Green Hubs. Yeah, the that chili mac and beef, that was actually really good. I enjoyed that meal for eating. That was very good. Let me put up the thing again. If anybody wants to jump on, let me find our. Diane says BYOB to New Year's Eve. Yes. Bring your own beverage of choice. There we go. So Miller Light?
Yep, Miller Light.
Okay.
I used to drink a lot of Yingling.
Okay. Yeah, Yingling. I did the Yingling tour over there.
Yeah.
And that's a neat tour. That's a free tour, and at the end of it, they give you two flavors of beer. Anything you want, they give that to you.
Yeah.
The beef stroganoff is good. Camping All Out says, yeah, I do like the beef stroganoff. My favorite so far, my ultimate all-time favorite is the chicken and dumplings. Oh my gosh, is that one good? Chicken and dumplings is the best Mountain House meal that I've had so far.
Yeah, they seem like they
I've
changed
had quite a few. Water. Yes, water. If you are working Christmas, I am assuming you are in the medical profession. Yeah, Emma Brown, Miss 2.0 is an LPN. She would joke and say LPN stands for lowest paid nurse, or some of the other things that you say, hon. Lowest paid nurse. Let's pretend nurse. There's a lot of little things you say. She says for LPN. So she is in the medical field, works at a nursing home, and hands out medications at the nursing home and stuff. So she will be working there. Need some eggnog? Yeah. Did you eat more or wear more chili mac. I'll tell you, when I made that chili mac and cheese, I think I added a little too much water because it was kind of soupy. I ended up drinking a lot of it out of it. I think I added just a little bit too much water to it. Usually I'm pretty good with that, but I added a little bit too much. Yeah, but that was a good meal. I'm doing last Sunday night, I showed a meal by a company that had sent me a meal. I end up making that meal on this coming Thursday's adventure. So that meal, it came with the meal, and it's like a backpacker revolution, right on Trek. So right and then on and then Trek. It's there's like a backpacker revolution where you don't cook in the bag anymore. You cook it, like we do with the Mountain House. We pour the water right in the bag, and cook the meal in there. Well, theirs actually doesn't have a Ziploc. I thought it would have had a Ziploc, but it doesn't. So if you got those bags, those meals, they want you to cook it in a pot.
Yeah.
Add the water, you cook it in the pot, and it's really neat. That was had the chicken coconut curry, is what that one was, and it had cashews, peanut butter, and hot sauce. Yeah, so you'll have to find out how I liked that meal by watching that on Thursday, and yeah, that was a cold, that was a wet, cold night. Yeah, that really gave me a little bit. She works hard for her money. Yes, she does. Yeah, Lisa does very much. I am just retired ambulance driver. Oh, Lou, you are. Wow. Yeah, that's something else. Ambulance driver. Cool. Yeah, there's somebody else I just talked to yesterday. Vincent. Just talked to him. He was retired from ambulance driver as well. Huh. Old Kraken Dated says, retired. I never got over being tired the first time. That is funny. Yeah.
I'm 27 years old and I never get over being tired.
Yeah. Untired. Old Kraken Dated, I've never been untired. So how can I? Oh, it's jumping on me. How can I even be retired? Lou says ambulance drivers don't retire. They burn out. Yeah, Emma, right? Yeah. Hey, Lou, I'm just a semi-retired paramedic. Oh, hey, John, how are you doing? It's the first time I see you on here tonight commenting. But so you are a retired paramedic. Very nice. Yeah, my brother-in-law is a studying to be a paramedic. Honey, you can chime in if you're still on. Did your brother become a paramedic yet? I know he was going to school and taking tests and stuff, but he's in New York City. I know I am a real nurse. I gave real injections, clean up real blood, laugh out loud, pack real wounds, and I give all other meds. Yes. So your brother did pass his test? Yes. So he's paramedic now. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
My wife got into the paramedic stuff down in Chester County.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did flight paramedics for down there for the county.
Oh, wow. Oh, very nice.
Kind of like life flight for them.
Yeah. I think if I'm not mistaken, when you are doing some of your training, we have life flight not too far from here, but I think my wife said something about you can ride along. Yeah. Lisa says yes, badass paramedics. Yeah. Yeah. I'm afraid that if I ever start choking or something, Lisa would love to do a tracheotomy or whatever they're called. Yeah. I'm always getting a little. That's why I hide pens and stuff, because I'm thinking if I start She's gonna be running after me,
Every
chasing
time I
me
get home,
down.
I wait till I
Because
get
she's a
home
little
to
too anxious when she talks that stuff. Oh, our internet just paused. I think it, but I think we're back on. Just I want all. Yeah, Miss 2.0 says she also wants to do a chest tube. Yeah. Just make sure,
Husbands are
honey,
always
that
practice dummies.
and not that. Oh, you look like you need a chest tube there, hun. Hey, no, I'm just sleeping. Yeah. Lou says EMT and LPNs run the show and let the doctors pretend. Yes,
He's not wrong.
Yeah, right. Simply exploring. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Yes. I'm just looking down here, at least making laughing emojis. Thank you for what you do. Yeah, thank you, honey, for what you do. My nephew's a paramedic, says camping all out. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So with that video the other night, like I said, that meal I ended up got me really wet, and I was a little concerned when I climbed into the hammock that I would be more cold, and I was in those areas, and I did not take my cap, my knit cap. I packed for that thing so quick because I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity. I can go out and do a stealth camp. And I thought, I'll just pack the bag. And I'm going around packing everything. And I got out there and I forgot my knit cap to put on when I sleep. I forgot my schmog. I forgot that. I forgot hand warmers, believe it or not.
Oh, that's
so I forgot a lot of stuff. Yeah. They think I had chest tube when I was. Oh, you had a chest tube, Emma, when you were in the hospital. I was so happy to get them out. Yeah, wow. Oh, Emma, my. Yeah, they look very uncomfortable. Make a checklist. Yeah, Emma, I should make a checklist for winter, summer, and spring. That is a good idea. Because what happens, like I said before, when I get back, I empty my backpack and I put everything back up on the wall, just wherever it goes, where I've got it. Because let me just turn you this way so you can see up on the wall. You can see that hammock. There's the schmog and there's a sleeping bag. So there's a couple different things on that wall, and I just got them up there, and I put them back up because that's like soundproofing, so you don't get that echo. But when I go to pack the bags, that's why I've got this here. I've got my headlamp there because depending on what I'm going to take with me, I go around and I start packing from the walls, from what I can see, because I can see it. It's out. I know where it's at. And I can start packing like that. But yes, for some of the essentials, I probably definitely need to do a checklist. Good luck camping food, chili mac and coffee. Yes. Bad luck camping food. Yes. Very bad luck camping food. Hey, Mary Torres. I know you work hard. My daughter is a NRN, and I was a CNA, medication aid. CNAs, boy, they put the time in. I know Lisa was a CNA before she became an LPN. And that, just to talk about nursing homes real quick, so understaffed, for our older population. It's sad because they have I think, hon, when you were a CNA, for 7 years, yeah. But it was like 2 CNAs to 25 residents. And, the older population, they've got to go to the bathroom, they're ringing the bell and stuff like that, and they need help. and it's hard to get around and get everybody fed, dressed for bed, and things like that. So kudos to anybody that's out there working in those environments and stuff and taking care of our elderly. Greatly appreciated. And really, God bless y'all very much. You guys work hard. Hey, Stitch, how you doing? All right. Yeah. Yes. God is good and all the time, right? Yes. Had a big C a second time and went camping a 5th day away from home. I enjoyed it. Yes. So I'm just looking down through the comments. Again, if anybody has a comment to make and wants to make a comment, you can throw it up in the comment section and I will greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to put this in here. And there is the StreamYard. If anybody wants to jump on, I did like working in private homes. Okay, my daughter does nursing homes and hospital. Yeah. Like I said, it's Lisa's in a nursing home, working in a nursing home. She used to be on a dementia unit, and I used to like going in and visiting her, take her a coffee or something like that. They would allow me to go into the nursing home and go back and walk the hall. And a lot of times I would go take her a cup of coffee if she was busy. I would go in and sit down in the big cafeteria area that they had at the one end of the hall. And I would sit and I would pick a couple people and just start talking to them. And it was nice because I got to know a lot of people that were on the dementia unit. And if they don't remember a lot, so I could go in, sit down with the same people a week later, and a lot of times they'll tell you the same stories, and I would actually anticipate them telling me the story. And I was like, oh yeah, and you did this. And they would get so happy and think that I remembered, was actually there at the time that they were telling the story. It just so many, you get to know so many of them and just have some really, and it makes their day. And I loved going in there when she worked at that nursing home, and got to know so many people. I know my dad just got out of one for rehab. Yeah. Very low staff. Yeah. The rehab, I was fortunate that for my rehab, that I did from the stroke. A lot of times, if you're not, they'll send you to like a nursing home. But for me, I guess they sent me because I was pretty aggressive with wanting to get better. They had showing some improvement that they sent me to a specialty place that could do 3 different things while I was there: occupational, physical, and speech, all at the same place, 3 things a day. So I had gone to that. But I know a lot of people do their rehabbing in the nursing homes, and sometimes they just get the one. I am glad Tony likes the trekking poles. We both have them. We are old and disabled. Yes. Yeah. Mary Torres. Yeah. Johnny, they are great. Really enjoy these trekking poles, and I tell you what, this Thursday, when I take the trekking poles with me for this one in the snow. It was snow and ice, and when I went on where I went to, I was a little cautious. I really had to take my time because there's a huge puddle that I had to walk around that had ice on it, and it was slushy. And I thought, if I get wet at all, it's over. I won't be able to stay the night. So I was glad that I had the trekking pole because I could really skirt the edge, and that gave me the support I needed. I think if I didn't have those, I would have gotten wet and had to call it off for the night. But let's see, Lisa, I don't know how important the comments are, but I took care of myself at home and felt better in 5 days. Yes. Hey, Lisa, my mom used to do the same thing. I give her a lot of credit. Oh, Alpine Warrior. Yes, yes. Oh, that's what Lynn did. Okay, didn't know that. That's nice. Mary says, I got a fake knees and get a little wobbly sometimes. Yes. And those trekking poles, I'm telling you, they did. I was hesitant for using trekking poles, and I know a lot of people are hesitant because they're thinking, oh, you're cheating. No. Even Jay wanders out. Like, I felt it. Like, I was, once you get into the habit of using them and know how to use them and make them work for you. Now, it's probably just like walking. Everybody's going to walk different. But for me, I started getting the feel of it. And even with the stroke hand, I'm starting to use it nicely. And it's working good. The more I practice with it, and it's just getting comfortable with them. But I'm surprised that it actually really helps with the upper body. And I'm thinking if you're doing a long hike or something like that, and you're doing it, the trekking poles would really give you some nice momentum, and then also stability going over rocks, things like that. I've got to get off here and get some things done. I have been fun. Good night. Hey, good night, Hammock Mountain. Thanks for jumping on earlier, too, and saying hi and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Yes.
I got to jump off here, too, Tony, so I'll talk to you later.
All righty, Zach. Hey, I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anytime, buddy.
Shoot me a message anytime you want.
All righty.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Got it. Okay, God bless you, brother.
You too.
See ya. All righty. So, yeah, like I said, with the trekking poles, for me, I'm finding that when I'm going up an embankment like this, it's giving me, I'm able to use my hands to actually pull myself up with the trekking poles. I didn't realize they were going to be that helpful. So I'm thinking that I'm going to be using them way more often. And I'll tell you what, the one day I forgot them and to pack them. And I was packing the car and I was out there, and Lisa, I said, oh, dang it, I forgot the trekking poles. This is the first time I was going to use them. And it was for this video that just happened Thursday night. And Lisa said, oh, do you want me to go get them? And I said, absolutely. Can you go back? Because it takes me a while to go up steps. And it was getting late. So Lisa went up and got them. And she's bringing them down. She goes, oh, they're so light. They were light. They're that carbon fiber. And Stitch says, I like my trekking poles for climbing and descending. If they could disappear on the flats, that would be awesome. Yeah, because you don't really need them on the flats, but going up hills and down hills. And, you could collapse them and put them away, but you're like, then I'm going to go uphill or down here soon, so you might as well get them out. But, yeah, they were a little bit of a challenge because I've got the tripod as well. So it's holding on to the tripod and things together. But when I wasn't using the tripod, I was, able to really get the flow and loved them. So if you haven't tried trekking poles, give it a try. Yeah, because it certainly, I'm sold on them. So if I do, and I think last week when we were talking with Jay Wanders Out, he mentioned we got to talking about the trekking poles a little bit. And he said they sometimes can trip you up, but they probably save you more times than trip you up. So you just got to be conscious of them. KN says, what brand are they? Or recommendations? My dad still goes bird hunting, and I worry about him sometimes. Yeah, these ones here, let me get them down off the wall. They're Cascade. Oh, I can turn it right here. Cascade Mountain Tech. So if if you go on, I believe they are on the Amazon storefront. So if you go into any one of my videos, go into the description and click on the Amazon storefront, and it'll take you to the storefront, and you can search in there. They might be under miscellaneous tab. Miscellaneous. A lot of things that I use on that I either review or that I use on a video, a lot of times I will put them on the storefront so that if somebody wants them, they can go there and find them. And I do get some. I got paid for the first time from Amazon. So I've had it for 3 months. I've had the Amazon storefront. You don't make a lot, but in 3 months, I made $48 from people going on there and buying stuff, clicking on things or buying things from the storefront. I do make a little bit from that, and every little bit helps. Yes, it does. So if you see anything before you buy it, always go on to the Amazon storefront, go into the description, and then click through, and that certainly helps me and the channel. All right. I need to get me some of them, their poles. Yes, camping all about. They are nice poles and light. They are very, very light, and they're adjustable too. Let me get down my Jiffy Pop. I can't wait to make this. Like I said, I'm going to be out there doing a stealth camp and making Jiffy Pop. Put that over there on that chair. There we go. So these, you can see they've got the cover, the cork on the top handle, and something to be cautious of. Porcupines on the Appalachian Trail will eat the cork off of your trekking poles. So look out for them porcupines. I have not had any porcupine encounters. I did see one the other day coming back actually from that stealth camp that I did this past Thursday. In the morning, as I was leaving to come back, there was a roadkill. Was a porcupine. I thought, I'm glad he didn't come down to camp and eat my trekking pole, my cork. So this is the Cascade Mountain. Okay. And they're camouflage. They're nice. So this is the adjustments on them. You can see you got the adjustments, you got the measurements. So the way they work is it's just this way, and you can extend it, and they've got, so you're, focus. There we go. So you can adjust them where you want them, and then you match them up, and then they're quick, very nice, and light. I don't know how heavy they are, but they're like nothing. You can, Wintergreen 777 says, if you really need trekking poles, find a stick, a wooden staff. Yeah. You know what? My son took a stick and made one, made a walking stick. So, yeah, it's really neat. Hey, James, how you doing? Yeah, still semi here. Yeah, yep. Let's see. Hey, James. Lou Silverbeard was here. Yes, thanks for showing. Haha. That's an old and funny fact about cork. Yeah. Mike told me that, and I've heard that from I think Jay Wanders Out too. A couple people on the Appalachian Trail told me that porcupines love cork. They love the handles on trekking poles, and a lot of hikers fed many a porcupine. I'll move this down here. There we go. Yep. So, yeah. So they like cork for some reason. I'm not sure why. But let's see. I said you were feeding the bears. Yeah. There you go. My dad used to make walking staffs with yucca. Yeah. Wrapped with leather. Very nice. Yeah, that I think there's little people take and notch their walking sticks. There's different things they can attach to walking sticks and things like that. Um, when they finish a trail, they notch it, and then they remember where that notch was for the trail. James always has. That's why I purchased a cork jacket for my ex-wife. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to put my link down in here again. Paste. There we go. So if anybody wants to jump on, I will see you in the my little green room, and then you can come on and things like that, and just talk a little bit, and that would be fine. Let's see, poke bears with trekking poles are good for poking bears. Yeah, you know what? I just saw a picture. The Game Commission just put one out. It was a black bear sleeping in the hollow of a tree, and they took a picture down in it. It was a hibernating bear with a baby black bear in the mom's arms, and she was sleeping. Really, really cool. But so I was fortunate that they were all sleeping, and I've got my bear shirt on, but that none of them were awake and smelled me, because I smelled pretty good. I smelled a lot like chili mac and cheese. Yeah. Okay, you are building your body by hiking without trekking poles. Trekking poles are a crutch that make you weak. Yeah, trekking poles. Well, for me, I would be on the ground more than not. Actually, I'm falling less now that I'm using trekking poles because I'm still recovering from a stroke, and I have a lot of problems with my right side still. But yeah, trekking poles. For me, I'm glad somebody mailed them to me. I'm blessed to be using them, and I am thankful for them. So, but everybody's different, and I just really appreciated them. Your arms are lazy. Yeah. Muscles are working out. Yeah. So actually, I worked out body more effectively. Yeah. So, all right, here we go. Let's see. There's some things on the table that I can't show yet. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this right here. So this one, if you guys, I don't have it on yet, but this O-Life, which is obuy.com, just sent me a top quilt to try out. So it's a winter blanket. It's a Thermagic winter blanket, but it's pretty. It's really, really nice looking. And it's in this little stuff sack. So it's like a top quilt like I have, but they had sent me that under quilt and the hammock. And at the time, they didn't have the top quilt when I asked them to send all three, because I wanted to review all three together as one set. They didn't have this at the time, but they just recently said it. And they actually told me that if anybody wanted any of that stuff, that they would give me a special code. I didn't put the code up anywhere yet, but it's going to be RA20, and I think it's 10% off of anything. So I'll do that. Do you guys want to see this? Like me take it out of the thing and take a look at it? Yeah. James says, I hate using trekking poles. I always spill my beer. Need a free hand. Yes. So, I don't know. So this is nice looking. I had it out. I used it the other night. Not on a video. I just used it because I want to see how it felt. so I had it out of the bag. But let me just pull this out. It's like I said, it's a really, I like green. Hey, Roberto, do you plan to do a review on that top quilt? I do. The review will probably be me using it on a, like I'm not going to do a dedicated review of just the top quilt, but I will do use it on a stealth camp or on a hammock camp. But so the one side is gray. It is quilted, but it is nice looking. I want to see if I can get this thing. I mean, I'm going to bang this camera around and stuff. I just want to move stuff back a little further and then try to hold it up. Move my chair. All right. But I'm going to see if you can see it. It fades in color. So it goes like it's light and then it gets darker green as it goes down. So you can see it's called sunset or something like that. It's not really this, like you think of sunset like the different like oranges, but this goes from dark green, like a drab green. Like a lot of the stuff that I have is all drab green. I love drab green. And then it goes to that tannish, like it's like a real light, like tannish color. So, but this is the thermogenic, Thermagic. I think it only goes rated to go down to 40 degrees, but all the insulation in this and in the underquilt they take plastic and they recycle it. They grind it all up into shreds and they use that in all of their stuff for insulation, or like down, how you'd have down. Is going to need a tractor trailer to haul this stuff around. Yeah. So I don't use everything. Very selective on what I take on the camps. It's starting to get very selective on what I can take, but I'm also getting more variety of stuff that I can take along with me. So I get the camera moved back. But that is an under top quilt. So you'll be seeing that on on one here soon. I have some more blankets. Oh yeah. There, I tell you what, I did use it the other night. Now, you can feel it radiating the temperature, and I do like this one because it does have. Here it is. I don't want to dip it in my coffee, but you can see this little clip. So it does clip. That's one side of the clip, and then there's another clip. There it is. There's the other clasp. So this does clip this way, and then you can put it over your head, like this, and then it's not going to slip off your shoulders. I got it on backwards, like this is the inside of it, but you can see I have it kind of like this, and I'm thinking of sitting in my camp chair. The other one, if you put it up around your neck, it slides off your shoulders. So I kind of like that clip because it keeps it on your around your neck and your shoulders, and it's it's just simple. It's just a really neat idea with that clip. So kind of like a poncho, but you don't have it clips around your arms too. I was thinking some wool socks, and now I am sold. Yeah, I have not tried wool. Alpine Warrior and I were talking about wool blankets, and the military uses the wool a lot. Alpine Warrior, why don't you jump on? Yeah, I got enough. So I'm going to put that link back down here again. If anybody wants to jump on, there's the link. All right. They hold heat really good. Yeah, I got enough camping gear to shelter everyone on the chat tonight. All righty, El Crackendated. Yes. Yeah. Merino, yeah. Jay Wanders Out has a merino that like shirt. His green shirt he wears, I think, is that made out of that material, and very, very warm. He says. Running Deer Outdoors says I've got enough to outfit my family. Wool is nice. It doesn't get sweaty. Also, yeah. Good. Alpine Warrior says he's going to jump on, so that will be good. The reason the military uses wool socks is to stop foot problems. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Now, wool, is it water repellent as well, somewhat? Okay, Jess says they wick moisture. Yep, Medina. Yeah, Lou says Medina. Yeah. Yeah, that wool blankets, like, do they wick water. Okay. Yeah, I remember my dad had a wool blanket a long time ago. My dad since passed away, but yeah, it has anti properties too. Don't quote me on that. Wool dries faster too, but you still have to take care of your feet in the military. Yes. Wool is terrible when it gets wet. Yeah. Antimicrobial. Yes. All right. Jess says a wet wool blanket will still stop you from losing body heat. That's interesting. Yeah. Very. All right. All right. So, yeah, I was hoping that Heidi and Zeke would have got on, but Lisa and I traveled down to Zeke, and we delivered the bear, the Vermont teddy bear, down to Zeke. Had an awesome time getting down there and seeing him, and we're continuing to pray for him and so forth. Hey, there's Alpine Warrior. Popped in here. You ready? Give me. It looks like he's adjusting his camera in the green room. Yeah. Let's see. John Perry says, "Hey man, how you doing?" Yes, Jerry or John Perry. Let me. You ready, Alpine Warrior? We'll bring you on. And there you are. Yes. Hey brother.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. I like the blue camo there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Yeah, so you know a lot about wool. Does it have antimicrobial properties? Do you know of?
Well, it breathes pretty well, and wool in general will not really spark a flame if you have it by a fire. It's somewhat flame resistant, not 100%, but that's one good thing about it. And it will keep you very warm. A funny thing with the wool blankets, I recently found out that during the 50s, I think, they actually issued sleeping bags that were made from wool blankets.
Really?
Which I never knew before. I looked it up. I actually found one on eBay. I have one like in brand new condition, believe it or not. But I never knew that was an issued item at one time.
Oh, wow. And that's from the 50s?
I would think. Yeah, back during the Korea
wow.
days.
Wow. Lou says, Merry Christmas, Alpine Warrior. Lisa
Merry Christmas,
says,
Lou.
yes, Merry Christmas. Emma, Crackenday, let me clarify. Wool feels terrible when it gets wet. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
When it
and
gets
Happy
wet,
New Year.
it can be very itchy too.
Yes, very itchy. Yes, that's one thing I do remember. It was itchy. Long time viewer from North Carolina. Do you ever plan to do a fish catch and cook? Colton Brooks asks, hey man, long time viewer from North Carolina. Do you ever plan to do a fish catch and cook? You know what? I have thought about it. That is a good idea. Maybe when I come up to Alpine Warriors territory.
I think we should do that. I think
so
that,
too.
definitely.
Maybe that could be part of a video.
Absolutely.
From Lake Champlain, like the lake that's around me. I can't. It's catch and release only because it's part of the water authority. That area, so you can't actually keep any of the fish that you catch. So, the one lake video that I did, the fish that I was catching, I was throwing back. But yes, Colton, stay tuned. So, maybe we could use the yo-yo reels, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Depending on what time you get here, we'll either be ice fishing or fishing in the kayak, one or the other.
Oh, yeah. Wintergreen 777 says merino is less itchy. Yeah,
that's a lot better. The merino wool that they have now is excellent.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, Jay wanders out. He has that greenish colored one that he wears.
Yeah.
And
LL Bean makes one of those.
LL Bean does? Okay. Yeah, I asked him where he got his. He said from Colorado, out there in Colorado. They look nice. I like that style that he has where it's a pullover.
You can get a pullover, you can get a hoodie. You can get it in insulated underwear, top, get the bottoms with it. But that merino wool works very well.
Oh, nice. Question for both of you. What is the coldest temperature you will camp in a hammock? At what point does hammock camping become a dangerous, too dangerous cold? All right. So for me, I'll answer that question. I have been in 18 degrees. So with hammock camping, it really depends on your equipment. Wouldn't you agree? You
Definitely.
can do anything. So if you have a sleeping bag that's a sub-zero sleeping bag and you take that hammock camping, then you can hammock camp in sub-zero temperatures because you're equipped. But it's really knowing what kind of environment you're going to be and what the temperature is going to be. And does your gear go down to those temperatures? The only times it become dangerous is if you didn't pack correctly, right?
Well, it's definitely about the gear, but it's also about the knowledge and how to use it. That's a big part of it too. I mean, you can have the best gear in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, you're not going to get anything out of it. So you need to do a little homework on that. And, you can learn a lot of lessons, but, when you get below 30 degrees and you're in a hammock, then you got to start thinking about what you need to keep warm, under quilts, pads in the hammock, layers, how many top quilts you're going to use. All of that comes into effect with it. So good question.
Yeah, great question. And I see Wintergreen 777 says, Drew, you can sleep in colder temps than tent camping with a hammock, because the underquilt and the top quilt are warmer than a sleeping pad and a sleeping pad. Because I hear that with people that tent camp. They said even if they put their sleeping pad on the ground, because the ground is cold and the air in the sleeping pad, that does translate into that and make the air inside this sleeping pad colder. And then
that's why whenever you tent camp and you're using a pad, you should not blow into it with your own air. You should use something to blow it up, whether a mini pump, or a lot of these new pads now, they have it kind of looks like a bellows, and it's mostly some of the carriers that they come in. You fill it up with air and you blow it up that way. That way the moisture in your breath doesn't get into the pad to get cold when you're at night, when it starts getting below 30. So yeah, that's a very valid point. I know different people, depending on the type of pads, they'll use a couple pads because of that factor.
Yeah. So Old Kraken Day says proper equipment is always the rule. I learned from an experience when I was 17. Predicted 20 degrees, went to -10. So yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm thinking
hard lessons learned.
Yeah. So for me, like when I did my first hammock overnight, 3 weeks later, I still couldn't feel my fingertips or my toes. It was rough. And that's when that snowstorm Izzy came up the coast. And I was ill prepared. I've never done it before. I didn't know. So I learned, but it took me, and it was also 30-mile-an-hour winds. When you can go out and it'd be like 2-mile-an-hour winds and 34 degrees, and it just feel nice. It's a nice evening, camping. And then you go out and you have the same temperature, 34 degrees, but yet 15, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Huge difference. Huge difference.
Well, like we were discussing too, I mean, it's good to have a ground cloth for under your hammock, especially in the wintertime, to keep that water and snow off you when you're stepping down. If you have to take your shoes off, which you should, they make like little booties you can put on that are made out of down, duck down, which will keep your feet nice and warm if you have to take your shoes off, which you should, so your feet can breathe. I mean, there's a bunch of things to consider. I mean, we were even, you and I were discussing about, like with the water bottle situation, a good thing to do, so you don't have to get up out of the hammock at 2 or 3 in the morning, to go and do what you got to do. It's good to use a collapsible water bottle that you can go in, and then that way it's also warm. You can put that next to you and it'll keep you warm too. So, I mean, it works both ways, but these are the things you have to consider in below 30 temperatures, in the wintertime with the hammock camping. Yeah.
Drew asks, have either of you ever gotten hypothermia? yet. No, I've not. I might have gotten close, but no, I don't think so.
No, I've gotten close, but I haven't gotten it fully. No.
No. Drew, not yet. Miss 2.0 answered that one. Drew, not yet. Yeah, oh, never. Yeah, never. So let's see. Is it a good idea to double up on sleeping pads? One foam, one air. It's a good idea to double up on sleeping pads. Yeah. Boost your R value, and foam pad protects air pad from cold ground. Yes, Wintergreen. Yes,
definitely.
Yeah. Comments going quick, fast and furious. I have seen a few YouTubers use a Tyvek sheet for the ground. Yes, Tyvek I have too for under their tent even.
Mhm.
Yeah, they say you can cut that and then throw it in the washing machine and wash it a couple times to get it more nimble rather than being stiff. That's a good thing I heard.
Now, another thing that's out there that just to bring up, Tony, with this hammock camping in the wintertime, another product that you can get by the Crua company, which is a company that comes out of Ireland, is what they call a collar, which is kind of like a cocoon that it goes around the whole hammock, and it sits up on its own ridge line, and you can enclose yourself in this thing, and it keeps you warm. It's made out of this new type of insulation. Plus, it also acts as a poncho. It's got air vent pockets in it. And, that's another way to go, and thing with that, it's supposed to be waterproof and windproof, but, I would still put a tarp over it, in bad weather, but that's another way to go to keep warm.
Oh, that's a neat concept. I just saw someone, I don't know if it was that, but he had it. It was almost like the snake skin. It was like bundled up down to one end, and then they got in it, and then they slid it, and it
slid it back.
Yeah, and then it totally encompassed the thing. So, bratwursts or hot dogs more? Which do you enjoy?
Oh,
Huh?
I like them both.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Definitely like them both. I actually had the bratwurst and the sauerkraut that I made on that one hammock camp that I did, one stealth camp outside.
Yeah, that looked really good.
That was good. It was really, really good. And I had made that sauerkraut just a couple of weeks before that, and it was definitely good. So Wintergreen says Tyvek sheets are good for hammock camping also. I've got to get one. I've got to get a sheet and do that, because that might be something I want to get, so that I always have something like that along, because I don't put anything right now under my hammock, and I also don't take my shoes off because of the leg brace that I have on my shoes. So I actually leave it on because would be harder for me to take that on and off. But I think if I had a sheet to step on and could sit in a chair and do that and stuff, get that on a little easier. Yeah. I like
speaking about that grill that you were talking about, when we were discussing that, I think you had a good idea with the fact of bringing out using briquettes for that in the future.
Yeah.
You would be able to fire it up quicker, and it would give you a better coals, all the way around. And you wouldn't need that many of them. Yeah,
and I know a lot of times, just looking for wood and twigs and sticks and stuff, a lot of times that's nice for videoing and doing all that, but sometimes there's not, especially this time of year, like when it was raining and stuff like that the other night, it would have been rough it was just all wet. Everything was wet. Right. And I don't even think, because in the one that's coming up, when you see it, I mean, there's ice around all the branches that I'm filming. Like, I couldn't even grab a branch out of a tree that was hanging and dried up in the tree because it was ice coated. Everything was ice coated with a whole thing of ice. Beer brats cooked in beer with onions and peppers. Okay, now we're going to be talking about this stuff. It's going to be hungry.
That sounds good.
I'll be firing up a grill in the studio here making bratwurst. Chorizo, good. Oh yeah, kielbasa. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sauerkraut makes it, especially with spicy mustard. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Old Kraken Dated says he just got a Tigress hammock hot tent today. Oh, nice, brother.
That's awesome, Old and Crack Dated. Let us know how you like that thing.
Yeah. Drew's asking, Alpine, have you ever overnighted on a boat living near the lake? If so, what was it like sleeping on the water, and were you in a sleeping bag?
Well, my family's always had boats growing up, so yes, I have slept over in many different types of boats. Sometimes in a sleeping bag, mostly not because of the cots and the sleeping quarters on the boats, but it's very nice. It's very nice. There's nothing like, being rocked to sleep on a boat under the stars. I mean, that's one thing I looked forward to when I was on float in the military was going up on deck when everything was in blackout conditions and just looking at the stars and chilling out. Very relaxing.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. As a kid, my dad had a 27-foot Catalina sailboat, and we used to
Nice.
sail on the Chesapeake Bay all the time. And we would go out sailing during the day, and then we would sleep. Now that had sleeping quarters, like you said, so we'd go below deck, and there was a bed and everything there. And we did all that in the summertime, so we never. Being older, I did that all when I was a kid, but I have not. Me personally, haven't slept on a lake in a boat. Nice. Get a hot tent to Tony. Yeah. Send one Tigers email. Tell them to send me a hot tent. That'd be awesome. Yeah. They can sponsor me. That would be all right. Yeah. Camping all out. Okay, guys, I gotta. It jumped on me. Okay, I got to go, y'all. Have a good night and. Camping all out. Watch tomorrow, Monday night mail. I open a card, a Merry Christmas card from you and your family and your daughter, Alyssa. So, yes.
Well, take care, camping all night. Merry Christmas.
Yes, and God bless. Yes, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Yeah. So I need more One Tigers items. Bungalow 2.0. Oh, they make a bungalow. They make a 2.0 tent. There you go. Yeah. Hello, get the 2.0 guy to do that. That'd be cool.
I think they should send that to you.
They should. I think it's named after me, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not the bungalow part. The 2.0 part is named after me. Yeah. Tony Bungalow. Yeah. Tony, did you pick up the package? I said, yes. Oh, cracking dated. That'll be on. Not. Okay, so I just picked up some packages yesterday. And, cracking dated. I think there was one in there from you. I've got them over there in the corner. So I'm going to be filming not this Mail Monday, but I'm going to give it a couple more days, and then I'll be filming a Mail Monday for next, not this Monday, but next Monday soon. And I've got some stuff, gathering some mail for that. And tune in tomorrow for Mail Monday. There's really some neat stuff that came in. Very, very cool. And some items. One item in particular that's going to get me doing one of my playlists a little quicker. So get me a little closer to running. Yeah. So Running Deer Outdoors asks Alpine, to answer your question, I got a wood stove that I may change out to a Pomaly stove before January.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Pomaly's a pretty good company. They make a lot of different stoves.
And is that in the hot tent stoves?
Yes, that's the one stove that I talked about in the last video I put out. That Pomaly stove.
Glass sides.
Yeah, they make a lot of different kinds, but they're pretty reputable as far as those small pack stoves go. So. Yeah. Good luck with that. Hope you do well.
Yeah, that was a beautiful stove. That really was. It should solve one of the problems you mentioned. Yeah. So I'm just looking at any more questions. I need more on tires. Yep. Was looking at one of my fast gold ones. Okay. Have you ever gotten hurt or lost while camping, or come across someone else who was? How did you handle the situation? Drew, you're asking a lot of great questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have never come across anybody that's been hurt or lost while I've been camping, or come across someone else who was. I have not. And how did I handle it? I don't know because I didn't come across it. But I have not. No. Did you, Alpine?
Camping myself, I've not come across somebody that was hurt. In the military, we did a lot of different exercises where if you did, how to go about that. But I've also not been lost. I love to use map and compass and topographical maps. I always found those fascinating. But very good question, though. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Winter Green 777 asks, Alpine Warrior, do you film camping videos?
I haven't as of yet, but I plan to in the future. Absolutely.
Yes. And just a little bit about, let me just answer this question before I lose it. When I meet with you, Tony, on the AT, I'll bring the 2.0 tent. There you go. With the K9s. Let's see. Does combat camping count? Does combat camping count? Yeah. The search team was pretty rad. Yeah, Colton Brooks, the search team was pretty rad. That was that Thanksgiving video. That was pretty cool when they were doing the search team training with the dogs. That was really cool. And SAR for 15 years, Lou. SAR for 15 years. Wow. Last time I went, paid campsite. So Jess says, last time that I went to a paid campsite, 20 minutes after I got there, we heard some guy yelling for his 9-year-old kid who was lost. They finally found him, but the poor guy was hysterical. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Being a young kid like that would be there. The poor guy that would be frightening for a young. So yes, Lou, search and rescue. Yeah. For 15 years. Wow. Yeah, and Alpine Warrior, you really haven't put out that many videos yet because you're just getting your channel started. Alpine Warriors, and you can explain that, if you want to. You talk about that a little bit about why you haven't, because you just retired. I mean,
I just retired. Kind of moved upstate to a degree. I have my 2 dogs right now with me, so get outside is a little crazy right now. I'm still working on that to find a place that they can go while I'm filming outside. But I do plan on cranking out some videos and some stealth camping videos and talking about a lot of different types of gear that I've acquired over the years. I think would be interesting. A lot of stuff you can't get anymore. So it would be kind of nice for people to see different options out there and different ways to use it. So yeah, believe me, I plan on doing that. So just have to be patient.
Definitely. Yeah. And it takes time and takes figuring things out too. Drew asks another question. He says, do either of you camp with a Garmin? Me, no, because what kind of dog is a Garmin? So a Garmin InReach, like if I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, when I do, then I would get a Garmin, because then I would be giving you guys like,
Updates.
updates and things like that.
Right.
And I know Jay, because Jay and I were going to try see each other on the Appalachian Trail. And when I had the stroke, he had given me his Garmin InReach before I had the stroke because we were planning on meeting. And that way I could go on and see where he was at on trail. Then I had the stroke. And so I was able to surprise him at Route 225 because I knew where he was at coming with his Garmin InReach. So I was able to see where he was at on live. So I actually tracked him all the way to Katahdin. And that's one of the benefits of with the Garmin InReach, the Garmin Shepherd. Yeah. Spit out my bean. Yeah. But the Garmin InReach is a good thing to have if you are doing any kind of long distance hike, or even because it's a subscription. You got to buy it,
Right.
and then you got to pay for the subscription. So it is costly. I did check into it a little bit, and because REI sells them and sells a subscription for it. And I think if I am going to hike the Appalachian Trail, then I would get the Garmin InReach, because then family members, friends, and things like that can check up on you where you're at.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pinpoint
yeah, and I
location.
believe that. Yeah, and the Garmin InReach, you can send out little text messages like camping here for the night. And it shows up on there where you stop and where you camped and when you start again. It shows all that stuff. It was really neat and informative to see that.
Yeah, they make some great gear, Garmin.
Yeah. Winter Green 777 says you're hiking the AT. Up in the air. I'd be a little bit closer to hiking the AT if I didn't have the stroke. So I'm still recovering from a stroke. And my idea was to go from stroke recovery into the 2023 season. But I'm not sure financially how I could do that right now and things like that, because it costs money to hike the AT, believe it or not. They say about $1,000 a month to hike the AT. So there'd be a lot of planning and with that and so forth. Do either of you have tips or tricks on how to find true north? Oh, there you go. Drew's asking another question there. That's cool. You can answer that because I have no clue.
Well, if you're out at night, you can look for Cassiopeia, a Lazy W, and the Big Dipper. In between the two, up in the sky, is where the North Star lies. The North Star is almost basically burned out at this point. But if you can locate the Big Dipper and Cassiopeia, which is the Lazy W, when they're up in the sky, in between the two, from the corner of the Big Dipper to the first tip of Cassiopeia, if you can find the middle in between, that's where the North Star is, and that's basically where north would be. As far as during the day, you can use a compass, you can make a compass. As far as finding magnetic north, I mean, there's various ways of doing that. We can go on and on and on with that, but yeah, those are two ways, definitely.
3 degrees off magnetic north. Old Kraken David says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right or left? Because 3 degrees. Yeah. Which way? Yeah, I'm not sure. But true sailor right there. Yeah. So let's see. Wintergreen 777 says, "Wow, that's amazing. Wish you the best of luck getting prepared for the AT." Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually. I'm getting closer to thinking about. I don't know if it's going to be this upcoming year, but I just saw that. See, it was it's longer now. It's 2,193 or 4 miles now. It was less. Last year was 2,160 some. Now it's 90 some miles. So it's getting longer.
Yeah.
Do you need to know your local magnet variation if you're trying to convert your compass to find true north?
Need to know the GM angle.
Oh yeah, you do need to know your local magnetic. There you go, variation. Nobo or Sobo. So if anybody is not familiar with the Appalachian Trail, so Sobo is southbound, meaning you're hiking from Katahdin south down to Georgia. Nobo is northbound. That's you're going from Springer Mountain, Amacola Falls, going north to Katahdin. There are way more northbounders than southbounders. Northbounders start some do start in January, which is cold, but you start getting February. Majority of Appalachian Trail thru hikers, I think, start in March. It seems to be where the bulk of them start. And that's where the northbounders are starting. Southbounders don't start till after June, usually, when Katahdin opens up. Because Katahdin is closed up until a certain point. I'm going ELBO. What is ELBO? Elbow. Elbow. I'm not sure what ELBO, but there's also flip-floppers. Okay, so northbound, southbound. So I'll go northbound, and then, like, say, if I'm here in Pennsylvania, which is right around the halfway mark. A halfway mark is in PA. So if I wanted to go northbound and then flip back down to Pennsylvania once I got to Katahdin, and then hike south, I could hike south from here. I would probably only do that if I had a late start. Like, sometime in June, hike north, and then switch back down to PA and then hike south.
Right.
So that's connected to the knee. I'm going, Lou says that's connected to the knee. The knee bone connected to the shin bone. Boy, I haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah. So, So, Wintergreen, are you thinking of hiking the Appalachian Trail at all? There's been a couple of people that have just announced that are subscribers to our channel. One is Backpack and Bible. She just announced she's hiking the Appalachian Trail, and I hope to have her on someday to talk about hiking. Hey, RNRV Chronicles is back. Hiking south, hiking her hike. So, and that's the thing they always say, hike your own hike, because a lot of people will, start out trying to keep up with people and then find out that they can't, and they get frustrated. But that the Appalachian Trail, however you hike it for you, because that is an amazing journey. You hike it for you and enjoy it while you're out there. Let's see. Without a map,
I think that's a very valid point. I know I would like to do it myself, and when the time comes to do it, I would like to do it, but I'd like to do it at my leisure, if you know what I mean. I'd like to enjoy what I'm seeing, not be so worried about the time hack and I got to get to this place at this point in time. And just relax, do it at your leisure. I think you'd enjoy it a lot more.
Yes. Yeah. And in fact, there's some people that do it fast, like 4 months to me is fast. That is tremendously fast.
Absolutely.
Usually it's the average is 5.5 to 6 months is the average for
Right.
hiking it. About 5.5 to 6 months of the year. When you think about it,
Yeah.
that's a half a year. Now, Jay Wanders Out did, I believe his was 8 months. But he's also vlogging it too, and it depends, how are you recording it?
How are you recording it? How many 0 days you're going to take? I mean, a
Yeah.
lot depends on that.
Yes. Yeah. I see. Just looking, not preparing on it, not planning on it. I do have the time for. I don't have the time for such a hike anymore. I think the PCT would be amazing. Yes, the PCT I believe would be amazing. The one thing about the Pacific Crest Trail, what I heard, is each one of the trails are different, and the Appalachian Trail, what a lot of people tell me, it's more. They start out thinking they're going to hike it alone, and there's not going to be, they're not going to correspond with many people, but it is such a social trail. They find out that they meet a lot of people along the way and really build a very, the tramleys and things like that.
Right, a large trail family, yes.
Yeah, your tramley, which is a trail family. And some people actually get different trail families, because you figure a lot can happen in 6 months when you're hiking a trail like that. If you're doing it in 6 months, you might start out in one area, and then, I've seen people get off for weddings and, go home because of injuries, other family commitments, things like that. And then if you're hiking with a tramley, then I've seen also and talked to ones that they my tramley, they got off. Someone had to get off for a couple of days, so we all waited.
For
them to come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and some people are like, "Well, we're going to keep hiking, and then you can catch up." And I've seen people hike. We'll put in some really long miles to catch back up to their trail family as well. So it's and sometimes you can't, and you end up getting a whole new trail family too. And then it's really interesting. CDT is a tough one. Continental Divide Trail is a tough one. Hard to squeeze it all into a good weather window. Yeah, and I heard that there's not a lot of point. Yeah, the CDT I also heard is there's not as many towns. You got to do a lot of planning. Jay Wanders Out did support for Tina, who hiked the Continental Divide Trail. He did support for. If you ever want to see a good movie, watch A Walk in the Woods. Yeah, that is a great movie.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. How is the North Country Trail? That one goes through my city. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know how the North Country. Oh, let's see, take out being a teacher and start.
Speaking about that movie, Tony, that even the soundtrack in that movie is great.
Yeah.
Lord Huron, I think that's how you pronounce that group's name. They got some great songs in that movie on the soundtrack.
Yeah, I wanted to catch up to this one comment. It says, B says, I'll take time out of being a teacher and start the hike, and I'll pick up in PA, Tony, to finish. Yeah, pick PA Tony to finish with me. Oh, that would be cool.
No.
Yeah. What's interesting in one of my videos when I was doing Trail Magic, we came across a young man who was just out of high school, and he was hiking the Appalachian Trail. We met him at the 501 shelter, and he was hiking. He was doing it like 3 months, like between getting out of high school and college starting.
Wow.
Yeah, he was hiking it that amount of time, and he finished. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, some people can hike it fast, but he was putting in some miles. RNRV Chronicles says he's never seen it. That is a good film. Lisa and I watched that one. We really enjoyed it.
Oh, Dave, definitely check it out. Good to watch during the holidays too. It'll crack you up.
Yeah. That's based on a book.
Correct.
Yeah. Speaking of music, what are some of your favorite bands? I like Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, Primus, Leonard Skinner, to name a few, says Colton. Me personally, I don't know if I'm musically inclined, deficit, because I listen to music, but I couldn't tell you who any of the artists were. I like Clayton's Clearwater Revival. There are some songs that I like in there. So I like a lot of older stuff like that, me personally.
I like the Eagles. I like America, Lord Heron, John Denver.
John Denver. See, you say names and now I can relate. Yeah. Yeah, that one song you sent me to listen to the other night was really cool. I forget what that one was called.
The Christmas one?
Yeah, well, I was talking about that one that Ray Boltz did. Thank you for giving to the Lord. And then you sent me a song, said, listen to this.
That was from Alabama.
Yeah.
The group Alabama. Yes.
Yeah, that was a great song. I liked it. Yeah, CCR is great. Yeah, Colton. I like their stuff. Yeah, I've always liked that. Wintergreen 777 asks, is that movie on Netflix? I gotta check it out. I'm not sure. Maybe if you do check it out, you can let us know.
I would think it would be at this point. It's been out for 7 years, so it should be out. It should be on there, I would think.
Yeah. Mary Torres says AC/DC. I know Miss 2.0 likes AC/DC. Or wait, Pink Floyd. She used to listen to Pink Floyd.
Okay.
In her high school days. There's that. I can't remember. I don't know what's like. It's hard for me to know what. I don't know names. That's like actors and actresses. I don't know names. I just don't know names of people. I'm very, very dyslexic like that, I guess. I don't even call it dyslexic. That's when you see things backwards. But I'm seeing Bob Seeger, KN says, Petra, RNRV Chronicles, Passion, Chris Tomlin, and then Jesus Culture. Yes. Let's see. RNRV Chronicles, Dave, he actually played in a lot of church bands. He's a good guitar player and drummer.
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Nice.
Traveling with Todd. Hey, buddy, you're still on. Great. Says he grew up on Kiss. The Who. Yeah. Okay. Deep Purple.
Good.
And Motorhead. So there was somebody. I can't think of names of songs. Guns N' Roses. Don't forget Guns N' Roses. Yes. Can't Kill 'Em More. I think that was a Pennsylvania band when I was in high school. They were from Pennsylvania. I think Guns N' Roses was. I do recall that. I think
how about Led Zeppelin, Tony?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like so many bands. Jess says, I like so many bands. I don't know who I'd even mention. Everyone else is already saying all the ones I like. LOL. 80s bands. Yes, 80s music, definitely. Poison. Poison was okay, yes. Poison was a Pennsylvania band. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were when we were in high school, Dave. They were from Pennsylvania. Yes. There you go, Dave. John Cougar, Mellencamp, right? Oh, look at that.
Good one.
I said Mellencamp, so I did know a little bit. Yeah. We should do like name that tune. I can name that tune in 2 notes. Like, how can you do that, right?
Oh, your mic's going out again, Tony.
Is it? Okay. I'll be back in a second. Here we go. It should be better now.
Yeah.
Good.
Sounds good.
Good. Yeah, that's weird how I got to do that every once in a while. I was on a live Benzo's. I was on Benzo's live. He did a live the other night. We were on for 6 hours. We're talking, but he does gold panning and stuff. And I haven't been on one of his lately. Traveling with Todd says, Alpine Warrior, I like the blanket you have behind you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Got them black pairs on there.
It's a warm fleece. Yeah, it's got a nice pattern on it. Thank you.
Yeah, I like Alice Cooper. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a long time. He has a show on the radio here every night, and Dee Snider has one on Saturday night called House of Hair. Laugh out loud.
Twisted Sister.
I've heard of them. Yeah. I couldn't tell you what song it is, but I've heard it. Katie is practicing her flute. Art at RV Chronicles says, Tony in capital letters, Katie is practicing her flute. Exclamation point, help. Dave, you better hope she doesn't see that. $1 Billion Baby. Okay. I think Alice Cooper lives in Mesa. Oh, okay. Yes. Dave says, yes, Jess. Alice Cooper lives in Mesa, Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nitro says, good night, God bless, and see y'all tomorrow on Mail Monday.
Good night, Nitro. Take care.
Yes. Good night, Nitro. Definitely. Dee Snider doesn't have much hair anymore, does he? Does your background? Yeah. Just as laugh out loud. Gildall. Yeah.
Yeah, when Twisted Sister was popular, they kind of hurt Zebra when Zebra was up and coming. That was a band that kind of sounded like Zeppelin at the time, but they kind of, phased out Zebra because Twisted Sister became so popular at the time.
Oh, wow. Leonard Skinner, old Krakendated says, Leonard Skinner spent a week with my brother and I 2 weeks before their plane crash. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that would have been something. Yeah, I knew like Duncannon, Pennsylvania, which is one of my friends' mom used to own a place in Duncannon area. But there used to be back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, those eras, 50s and 60s, a lot of bands traveled like by bus and stuff and go around towns and play at a lot of venues. And there was in some towns, like my one friend, his mom, he said they always had artists, bands over to their house for dinner and would spend the night and stuff. And because they would play in a town near them, and they would always be guests at their house. I just think that's pretty cool. They don't do that anymore. You've got to go. They just go to big stadiums. But before, they used to play in a lot of small towns and small venues. A lot of big, well-known names.
That's really cool. Yeah, especially that I've experienced that.
Yeah. There was, a lot of those back around Elvis's time. A lot of them artists and stuff. They would go to places like that. Hey, Simple Outdoors, how are you doing? Yeah, B says I couldn't play any instrument to save my life. There's that one saying that says I can't even carry a tuna in a bucket. So that's me. That's me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking down just to make sure I'm not missing anything. My brother was an engineer for Muscle Shoals Sound. Oh, wow. Old Kraken David says, B, I've been trying to learn guitar since I was 16 and can barely play a thing on it, sadly, says Jess. Yeah, Dave was teaching me how to play guitar at one time, a long time ago. And I could never get it, though. But, yeah, I don't know. Air guitar, I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at air guitar. Air violin, too. Yeah, I can do that one pretty good, too. Yeah. If my hair was longer, I would do the old head thing, with different type of music. So Camp Kill 'Em All, Bushcraft Survival and Camping says, is the Christmas live going to be the same time? Yes. What do you guys think? 8:00 for Christmas? The Christmas live?
8:00. Yeah, probably going to come on the same time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the New Year's one I'll do later because we're going to stay till midnight. Old Kraken Date says the last of Swampers died in June. Roger Hawkins. Yeah. I want to learn piano, Jess says, but my parents only put my brother in lessons and his ADD and didn't give him lessons. That kind of sucked. I tried to self-learn, but I was just have no rhythm. Yeah. I like I said, I can't carry a tune in a bucket. I can barely whistle. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, brother. Sent a $2 super chat. Wow, I forgot that they even had that on these things.
Very nice.
But yeah, very, very nice. Thank you, Colton. Really appreciate that. I can self-learn all these other arts and hobbies, but not music. I have songs in my head that I hear and can't even make them. Isn't that something, Jess? I want to say, oh, hey, did you ever hear this song? Well, what does it sound like? Somebody asked. And I'm like, it sounds like this. And it's in here, but I can't get it to even make the sound coming out. That's the weirdest thing in the world. B says, Jess, I agree. I made a couple songs on my YouTube using a site called BandLab, but they don't sound very good. Yeah, I'm not good at all at music.
Now, I'll tell you a story, Tony. My aunt actually went to school with Billy Joel.
Really?
Went to high school with him, yeah. and knew him
Wow.
very well. He used to come over her house all the time when she would have parties and stuff like that. She said he was very quiet, very into himself at that time, you know.
Yeah.
So I always thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, he's got that famous song about Pennsylvania, right, Billy Joel? Allentown?
Yes.
Yeah,
Allentown. Yeah.
Allentown. Okay. All right. So I'm looking here. Yeah. Just as most of the music now, I just the stuff from Power Director. Power Director is a great app. I do all my editing and everything with Power Editor, our Power Director, and they got a lot of music on there, but I only have some music hearted. I don't have a lot of music that I like. I don't like techno sound or synthesizer sound. It's hard to find good music. But my Frost, it probably means first, old Kraken did, right? It came and I bought my first guitar. It came with 3 free lessons. After the first one, started playing in my teacher's bluegrass band. Wow, you're natural. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Some people can just pick stuff up. You know, there was a group that came down from Canada. This is like probably 15 years ago, and it was really, really neat. They had it was in our church. They were going like traveling. They were going church to church for a while, but they had like teenagers, you know, and all the way down to like 4 and 5-year-olds. They played violin.
Wow.
Yeah, and their thing was they didn't give like lessons to the younger kids. They just put them with the older kids and let them imitate it. And they would pick it up so easy. And but they played beautiful. I got question mark here. Tony, do you have issues saving longer videos ever? Power Director seems to crash or refuse to save videos for me if they go longer than 30 minutes. Just no, I don't. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I don't make videos under 30 minutes. I try. I actually try. I'm trying to get better at that, and I can't make that one camping. My first ever that snow overnight camping was an hour and 15 minutes. Was that? And people watch it, so I try to make them shorter, but I don't have problems saving them. When I edit, when I hit upload, say 44 minute long video, I hit upload, and then I just go right to, right from Power Director. There's that little up arrow, meaning upload, up in the right hand corner. I just hit that, and then it takes me to where I want to send it. I pick YouTube, I click on that, and it goes. Well, then it asks me, do I want my title and all that stuff? And I just hit upload, and then I can just go off the app, and it uploads, and then next thing I know, it's up on my up there, and then I just go in and put the thumbnail. So it doesn't. I never have problems. That's first I've heard of that.
Sometimes that like you were saying though, Tony, the internet can cause some issues with the uploading of a video and how long it takes. And sometimes it won't take it because of the internet connection.
Yeah, and I remember one time I was out stealth camping, and I said, you know what, I'm going to upload on my way home. Bad idea, because there's bad spots, like for your carrier.
dropped it?
Yeah, it dropped the call.
Yeah.
And it was taking forever to upload because there wasn't enough bandwidth in that area. So I started waiting until I get home to upload. So usually I have the video ready to hit upload by the time I get home, because usually when I'm finishing up in the morning, I'll go ahead and sit there. If I'm waiting for a ride or something like that, I'll finish editing. Right. But I don't hit upload until I get home into my internet service here at the house. And then it just uploads. Once I was hanging out and playing guitar right away after a few. Yeah, wow.
What do you do? What? I'm my good boy.
Yeah, Alpine Warrior. Which dog is that behind you?
Oh, it's Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah, he's always got to be next to me. So there he is.
Hey, Gunther.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I haven't had Bailey on in a long time. So Bailey's only been on one video, and that's when I went camping at that second, or not camping, but hiking to that second lake. I've been thinking about taking Bailey on a camp.
Okay.
But a car camp, because I can't get her up in the hammock. I don't think I would be able to.
That's a good idea, though.
Uncomfortable. But I'm thinking of taking her on a car camp. So, yeah, maybe take her and go for a walk, something like that, film a little bit of that, and then back to that.
Well, the one you did with Bailey was a nice video, you know? I mean, that was nice. The area you went, I mean, that you know, have a cup of coffee, that was nice.
Yeah, that was that, made that cup of coffee. And with that one there, I realized, and Dana, I don't see him on here tonight, but Dana, he hikes, does a lot of camping with his dog. And if you watch his videos, like if he's walking, and then you see the dog, but then you see a different camera angle, and then you see him walking, you see the dog, you see him picking up the dog out of the car and putting it down on the ground, and then you see a different angle of the dog walking away.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. You think of doing it with yourself, you know, getting yourself in position to walk and then moving the camera.
Now it's times two.
Now it's times two. And somebody who's not, you can't say, hey, go over there, stand there for a minute, and then when I walk, count to 10, and you start walking, because that would be the time frame. No, a dog doesn't do that. So I learned very quickly when I was out with RVR Chronicles. Okay, Dave, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Dave. Take care.
A good, cozy car camper. Yes, she would. Good, nice and warm having a dog. That's, someone said the other thing, like a 2-dog night or 3-dog night meant how many dogs it took to keep you warm at night based on the temperature. So yes, but Dana, I just appreciated that, because when I watch his videos with the dog, I know what it takes. Because when I did that camp with Bailey, she did awesome, but I had to be conscious of, like, I made the coffee and where she was. Then I said, hey, I'm going to go over and sit down and watch the lake. And I have 5 different camera angles showing me her sitting with me drinking coffee, but me going to the spot, her sitting down, her standing, her, you know, every time I moved the camera, I had to remember, okay, she was on my right side, you know, and then I had to get her back there. And then so that when I edited, I could edit and be conscious of where she was in relation to where I was. So it's a lot of work. It's a very
valid point. Yeah, that's a very valid point.
Oh man. Old Kraken Dated says if I took my dog on a car camp, where would I sleep? She weighs 85 pounds. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Good night, Dave. All right. See. So Colton Brooks asked a question. Do you watch the Alone series, and do you enjoy survival shows in general? If so, what is your favorite? I don't. I've heard about Alone. I've checked it out, but I guess, is it on YouTube? Lisa and
You
I
might
got
be
rid
able to
of.
pull it up.
Yeah, Lisa and I got rid of cable probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and we just watched stuff on YouTube. And then, so yeah, a lot of stuff I don't know of. So I watch other YouTubers and things like that, but Alone or Survival, I don't generally
I know with that
those.
Alone show, a lot of the ones that have won the show on the season, when they've won the season and this and that, they go on to do, a lot of them have their own YouTube channels now, and you can pull them up and watch them that way, and they've become quite successful that way. So it is interesting to see how they pull it off and how they deal with being alone and only having so much equipment to use. So it's an interesting show for sure.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you bring that up, and that he brought that up. But I just recently, okay, Stitch. He said you got to go. Everyone, have a great evening and Merry Christmas.
Take care, Stitch. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Stitch. All righty. So, yeah, we just recently, there's Coal Cracker
Yeah.
Bushcraft. He lives not too far from me, and he was on Alone, I believe, or one of them shows, but he was on that, and he's got a school, a survival school, and he puts stuff out. But I didn't, the veterinarian, when I went in with my mother-in-law to the vets, taking her dog in, and I helped the veterinarian, he's like, hey, you're on YouTube. He watches my stuff. I was like, what? Yeah. He came in the office. He goes, hey, 2.0, you're on YouTube. And I was like, yeah. He goes, and they told me that Bushcraft, Coal Cracker Bushcraft lives in the area. And I didn't know that. And he told me that what area he lived in. And it's not too far from me.
I think he makes that firebox stove too.
Oh, really? Yeah. I just watched something of him the other day, and you and I were talking about that, how you can take a blanket and a candle.
Yes.
This survival technique.
That's an old woodsman trick.
Okay. Yeah. So
You can take a blanket, you could take an emergency blanket, you put it over you, and all you need is a candle. Put it between your legs. Basically, what they would do is they would sit down on the ground, lean up against the tree, and put it over them this way and have the candle burning. And it's just enough to create enough heat under there to keep you warm in a survival situation.
Yeah. And he had a thermometer, one of those big faced thermometers, and he was showing it, and it was cold. And then by the time it heated up, it actually was up around 44 degrees. He said you could see the steam coming off and was drying him out as well. Yeah, B says, I watch Corporal's Corner. Yes.
Another good channel.
Yes. And also Luke at the Gear Review. I watch a lot of his stuff too. Does anybody on here have a favorite? Now, keep me out of the mix, but because you're on here. But do you have a favorite channel that maybe you watch and could recommend? Maybe we don't know about it. Joe Roberts is good also. Robinette, Joe Robinette is good also.
He's good too. Yes, he is. One that I like is Woods Walker 1965.
Woods Walker 1965.
He comes out of Canada, very knowledgeable guy, very humble. He's got a lot of skills, great with an axe, great with cooking over a fire. Very interesting, good stuff. People I think would like that. That's my suggestion.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have to look that one up. Maybe you can text that to me. B says so many Tony. Old Kraken Dated says Steve Wallace. Yes, Steve Wallace is very, very good.
Absolutely.
B says he was under a wool blanket with a candle. So many Tony. Field Days. Colton says y'all should check out Lost Lakes. He kayaks around Ontario wilderness, says Wintergreen 777. Field Days gets from Australia fix. Gets your Australia fix. Got it. Alrighty, mate. So, yes. Yeah, down under. Yeah. I like that. When someone's got an accent, I enjoy that.
Absolutely, yeah. It's nice to hear.
Yeah, Camp Kill 'em All says Prepared Wanderer. There's a lot of them here I've never heard of. I don't know how to pronounce Haukke. Hauk. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Waypoint Survival.
Yes, that's a good one. Waypoint Survival. Yes.
Okay, I've never seen that one.
Swede Woods is very good too.
Who?
Swede Woods.
Okay.
He shoots out of Sweden. He doesn't talk, but he does all kinds of bushcraft stuff. Very knowledgeable guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Jess says the Outdoor Gear Review does a lot of he does a lot of awesome rain and storm camping. Yeah. Yeah, his thumbnails. I don't know how he creates them thumbnails. Lou says RA 2.0. I said, keep me out of it. Pronounced Hawk. He's from Ohio. Grizzly Gaz in Wales. Oh. I can't imagine good outdoors content coming from Ohio. Yeah. Bot Outdoors, Colton says, yeah. He does his Wasky reviews. All right, Mandingo. There we go. Yeah, I've watched Bolt Outdoors. He actually is growing very fast. Very fast. Bonjour, Andres Bo Hansen. Yes, Bo Hansen. I actually watched him. Found his channel a couple months back, and he's very interesting. I like his accent too, but I haven't seen his stuff for a while. I don't know. After a while, your stuff, even if you got some things belled, for some reason they don't always pop up. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. We all to watch the same stuff. Yeah. Seem to watch the same stuff. You know it makes sense. Yeah, right? Yeah, we're saying all this stuff. All right, but yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, his thumbnails are like professional. Yeah. I do my thumbnail just with TubeBuddy. So I, pause. I usually take a clip from the film, but I think a lot of guys are doing uploads of thumbnails. I know there's thumbnail makers. I'm going to have to figure it out because I do all my thumbnails on the computer once it's uploaded. And then I do my thumbnail on the computer. But a lot of people do their thumbnail on an app and then we'll upload it. And I know on apps, you get some of them, you can get a lot of different lettering. You can get a lot of different stuff you can add to it. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Says Blot Outdoors, I like his content. Yeah. Yeah, Camp Kill 'Em All says, getting on my good side, says RA 2.0 is the best, though. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. I also watch Survival Lil sometimes. Survival Lily sometimes. She is in Australia, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
she's Survival Lily's pretty good. She's
Yeah.
very good with the bow.
Oh, really? I've never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that. Okay, what are your best? I found a British guy called. Okay, Wintergreen 77 says, "What are the best stealth camping YouTubes?" I found this British guy off camping and about fell asleep watching his video. Yeah. This channel I watch in China, some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. I've seen Survival Lil, very good, says Jess. Survival Lily is a cutie, says Wintergreen 777. She's got her own bushcraft knife out. Kill 'em all, says. That's interesting. So, as far as what is your favorite, what is the best stealth camping YouTubes? Wintergreen asked. I found this British guy off camping. I've never heard of off camping. I'll have to check him out. Yeah, stealth camping. That's a tough one. I think there's a lot of up and coming stealth campers, and there's a lot of them that got great videography, great stealth camps. It's just they're not found yet. They're making great content.
There's a lot of different channels out there that's doing stealth camping now. But I tell you, one thing that's great with YouTube is the fact that, no matter how much knowledge you think, there's always somebody out there that knows more than you or has different ideas. So to constantly be looking at it and picking up new ideas and techniques, I think is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. B says, I just type in stealth camping and start clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jess, you did a really cool stealth camp for your cooking challenge with that dumpster. Yeah. B says, GM Outdoors. B says, great guy and very humble. Yes, definitely. Yeah, Lou says, Grant has great drone work. I think off camping is just trying to make a quick buck from making stealth camping videos. Yeah. So camping says Squib. Yeah, Squib does a pretty good job. He's an interesting guy. Yeah, Squib is from Pennsylvania as well. And I was hoping to meet him when I did did my the meetup at Cabela's. His father had passed away. Yeah, Squib is a good gardener. And I'll tell you what, he's got a lot crammed in that garden in his backyard. So he's got some good garden ones. I learned a lot about spiders from one guy stealth camping. Yeah. Wonder who that is. Have you thought about exploring or camping by haunted or abandoned places? Colton, I do have a couple stealth camps in abandoned places, a hotel, a grocery store, an old abandoned grocery store. So I do have some. And as far as haunted, not sure if they're haunted or not. But Traveling with Todd says Steve Wallace and Mav are two other channels that I like. Yeah, definitely. Rirang, Rirang on air isn't stealth camping, but if you like seeing camping in their countries, she is good. Yes. Steve Wallace is really good. Yeah, Steve Wallace has got a nice. I like his personality, and I think that's why a lot of a lot of times you see it's you watch him because it's not just the camp, but it's you like the person and you like the way they come off. And Steve is a very likable guy, very very.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw his recent one with the with Crazy Neighbor. He does Christmas lights and lights up that cabin treehouse. Lights up the treehouse with a lot of Christmas lights. Yeah, that was his latest video. Let's see.
Now, Tony, I have to go. I get the natives are restless over here, if you know what I mean.
Okay, they got to go out. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we're down to 30 people, and it's been 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 39 minutes. All right. Yeah.
All right.
I will talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Take care, brother. Good night, everyone.
You too.
Merry
God bless.
Christmas.
See you. Merry Christmas. We'll see you. Treehouse, no frills, just hanging out on camera. All right. I can. There we go. All righty. Take care. Alpine Warrior says traveling with Todd, no frills, and then Treehouse, 9 frills, just hanging out on camera. Yeah, like I said, I like watching Steve Wallace. Different guys. So when you ask someone what is their favorite, sometimes it's really hard to come up with a favorite because there's just so many good ones that you like watching and that I like watching. And but all right, I've been praying for him. Yeah, he's had a rough year. Colton says he's had a rough year. I've been praying for him. Desert Pack, I've been watching Steve for a while and got into watching Mav from Steve. Actually, Mav, I haven't watched. I've seen him on a couple, but I've never really watched one. I'm going to have to watch that Mav as well. Yeah, Steve has had a really, really rough year, with the passing of Jessica. His wife definitely has. No frills. Hello, Capper. Good night, y'all. Have a Merry Christmas. All right, good night, Lou. All righty. So what do I got coming up? So we got Mail Monday tomorrow. Then Thursday, tune in for Thursday. That is a stealth camp. That's going to be a hammock camp, and that's in a snowstorm. So I've loved Steve's float trips on homemade boats. Mav is a young kid, good content. Yeah. Traveling Todd. All righty, everybody. Backpacking community tends not to like bushcrafting too much. Yeah, the backpacking community doesn't understand, like stealth camping and stuff. But I know, when they're backpacking the long distance, they're camping every night somewhere. And and I talk about some of the stuff that I learned that I've got to learn if I'm going to camp during doing the AT, especially if I get wet and things like that on this next video. So what do I got coming up? I've got some products to review, things like that. So I throw those out periodically. And then we've got our Thursday night. I was going to go out last night and do a camp, but it is supposed to be very, very cold. So like I said, it's random, and it's random adventures for a reason, because I might be sitting on the couch and all of a sudden go, I think I'll go camping. All right. So I don't know what the next one's going to be, but we will get it filmed and get it up. And I want to thank all you guys for coming along for all the videos, and all of the support has been amazing. And I really like all of the everything in our Sunday night lives and spending time with you. And next week is Christmas. Merry Christmas. to everyone, and I will see you Christmas night. All right. And crunch cake time. Yes, I haven't been able to find many crunch cakes lately. I backpacked with 110 pounds of gear with no choice. Wow. All righty, everybody. Thank you, Tony. B says, I'll text you tomorrow. Okay, yeah. All right. And Random Adventures 2.0, great Sunday as usual. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow night for Mail Monday. All right, yeah. Check out Mail Monday. Mail Monday is going to be a lot of fun. And you'll see stuff that I get on Mail Mondays. A lot of times you'll see it show up in the video later that week. So keep that in mind. So Mail Mondays, a lot of times that will happen. Wintergreen 777 says, have a good Christmas 2.0 with a cross. God bless you. Thank you very much. Kraken dated, I would die. My heart would actually explode. See you. Merry Christmas. Okay. God bless everybody and take care and have a good one and a good week. And we will talk to you soon. Email me sometime if you ever want to talk. Email me so I can get your phone number and stuff like that. And I can always call, talk. I love talking to you guys and take care. God bless. And we will see you. Remember, Tony 2.0. We ain't got no music. I can't even score it because this is live. All right. Take care. And we'll see you on the next one. All right. God bless everyone. Good night. I got to go up to the end broadcast. All right. See ya. Bye. Good night. End broadcast.